I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
You get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Peter Jason Quill from Terra, raised from youth by a band of mercenaries called the Ravagers, led by Yondu Udanta.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Careful, you idiot! I said across her nose, not up it!
Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best.
Who made that man a gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship, anyhow?
Go!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Trying to find, taking a stand for the uncaged mind. Off the hip, we fire, fire. Talking truth till wires, tires. Games and wars we won't conspire. Off the hip, we light the fire. Just to fall, culture clash and break the walls. Podcasting goes free of stall. Controllers clutch, knuckles white. ABS and friends in the late night fight. Virtual realms where freedom's tight. Battling walls, do it all might. Off the hip, we fire, fire. Talking truth till wires, tires. Games and wars we won't conspire. The fire.
Welcome to Off the Hip, episode 58. Memorial Day, actually, as well.
Happy Memorial Day.
And we already got a Isaac raid. Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah.
And we already have a Cornboy thumbs up. Thank you, Cornboy.
Thank you, Cornboy.
Also got a Leon raid.
Oh, damn, we got a Leon raid.
Nice.
Got a Leon raid.
Thanks, Leon.
All the raids.
Little vital idols.
All the raids.
But before we get started, let's see how the panel's doing. Stinkman, what's new with you?
I'm doing good. Real quick, I'd like to say happy Memorial Day to everybody. Both my grandfathers served for this country, and I really appreciate all the veterans out there. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nagernal, do you have anything good to say?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you muted?
I don't hear him. Do you hear him?
Anyway, yeah, I finally made a actual pre-recorded video, a trailer reaction to the Stellar Blade Nikkei crossover. That's doing really well. I just hit 470 views on that.
Nice.
So if anybody wants to check that out, I'll drop it in chat.
Not to interrupt, but Stankman did send me something that you might want to play that game with.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Should I keep scrolling?
I'm afraid. Wait. What?
Let's go.
Now,
They exist?
would you beat this controller up, Nagernal?
Maybe not the way you're thinking.
I almost swore.
It wouldn't be able to break.
I need to see what the back button
bounces
like
right
on
off
that.
the wall.
I'm afraid.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, are you a big ass
Pretty
2B or a big ass A2 person?
Definitely 2B, 2 booty.
Okay. I respect it.
Yeah, I gotta agree. To be booty, do be great.
Where do you plug in the mic? That's what I'm afraid of. Like,
Well, you might have to learn about the birds and the bees in order to plug it in. So
I'm gonna have a baby controller soon. Oh my god.
Oh, buy that and where?
Yeah. Well,
I'm just being quiet. I want to say so many jokes.
The
Like,
holes in
one
your
hole-
wall would be a lot better shaped. Sorry, Bo. How are you doing?
Doing well. Just got done with Monday Hangover with Drunk 3PO. We just watched The Patriot, and as a son of a Vietnam vet, Memorial Day is very important to me. I lost my father 8 years ago. Not to take it down into the doldrums, but the reason we all get to mess around on here and have fun is because they keep us safe, and they keep the world safe too. So I can't be more thankful than what everybody's done for this country. And by us having fun and enjoying these freedoms, that's how you honor their memory. And I'm looking forward to hanging out tonight, as I always do. But God bless America. That's all I gotta say.
Hell yeah. Also, Patriot is probably one of my top 10 favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a bit rough to watch as a dad nowadays.
I can imagine.
Just a bit, yeah.
Melee James, thanks for joining.
You invited a Canadian on Memorial Day. What's going on, big guy? I don't have any of these freedoms or anything. We lose everything we've ever fought in. We can't fight against beavers. What's going on? But happy to celebrate with you Americans. I wish I was American. Smuggle me in.
This is how we're trying to get all of you to convert and immigrate, right? We bring
already
you on our
converted.
American holidays.
I celebrate it. I love America, and here I am stuck being a leaf. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be on this show. I love it. I love it, and I can't wait to get into it. Offend everybody. It's what I do best, and we're gonna get all nice and chaotic. So I am totally ready. Whatever you throw at me, we're in. I'm already sexually attracted to a controller now, thanks to this show. So there's that.
Whoops.
So I did get some all-dressed potato chips recently. I totally forgot that you guys were Canadian because you guys are cool. So
we have some good exports. Like, are Americans allowed to have Kinder Eggs now? They were banned for a while.
Only the ones you split in half. We don't.
Oh,
They don't really believe in weeding out the weaklings. So
it's a big problem with our country. Okay, we're working on it.
The Kinder Eggs here that will kill you. It's just a one-way trip to Maid. It's just it's the easy version. So
well, you're on the show tonight with a Scotsman, so tonight you're absolved into the British Commonwealth. Congratulations!
I'll take that too. I'll take anything over Canada. Let's go.
We invited you on Memorial Day just to tease you. So
Good.
Yeah,
I deserve it.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I put down Oblivion for 5 minutes to be here. I'm addicted. This is my first time really playing through it, and man, I was missing out. It's so good. So that's been my thing lately, is just streaming and Oblivion in any minute I can play. I've always been a Morrowind simp, and I always thought Oblivion was for normies. Boy, was I wrong. It's so good.
No, they still have their touch back then.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Morrowind fan too, so I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, there's the Morrowind lore is so rich, and I love all the words you can use and everything. It's so good. But you know what? Oblivion's a good balance because at least you land your hits when you swing, whereas with Morrowind, it's will you hit them today? Who knows?
It was a normie
that
filter,
nice.
that is for sure.
yeah, exactly. So thank you for having me, and I agree with James. I wish I was American, but it's awesome to hang out with a bunch of Americans on Memorial Day. It's an honor.
I have I agree with Jay shirt, which works for James because it's just IWAJ. So
perfect. There you go.
Or I agree with, yeah.
I need to ask, are those Guitar Hero World Tour drums just for show, or do you actually use them?
Oh, we love playing Rock Band over here. It's a good time. Awesome. Oh yeah.
Oh, and it's best
many drunken nights. Yeah.
Rock Band has the best implementation of the microphone ever. It's Don't Fear the Reaper. Where you hit it to make the cowbell, you hit the mic to do the cowbell.
I think people were requesting that big time.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Once you realize once you
I
realize that's what
realize
you do, because you're like, how do I do this? And they're like, and you're like, so then you're like Will Ferrell, and you're just
Yeah.
You are lying if you never did that song and did the Will Ferrell dance and just you went on. One of your buddies is doing the Christopher Walken impression. It happened.
Just
It
trying to be as
happened.
creepy as possible.
Gotta have more cowbell. Gotta be done.
Look, Neo, I had Guitar Hero World Tour. Okay, so sue me. I still remember the Christmas morning. We ordered Guitar Hero World Tour with the guitar with it, and the box arrived. I'm like, it's a bit too big for just a game and a guitar. Opened it up. There's the drum kit. There's a second guitar. There's a mic as well. It's like, we got the whole kit for free somehow. It's brilliant.
Nice.
Real quick, I'm very happy with Darth Vader in Fortnite. Made fun of Nerdy Neo's favorite game. Mass Effect. Yes, he said, is it a battle simulator or an alien dating simulator? Like, he just totally crapped on it.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Hayden, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just have one problem, and it's that gamers are eating too good right now. Because just in these past couple of months, we've had Oblivion, Claire Obscura Expedition 33, Doom: The Dark Ages. Now we have Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon, which I haven't started yet, and I haven't finished any of the other fucking games because new games keep coming out, and I can't wait to play them. It's causing me a lot of issues.
Yeah.
And here I am like an idiot, and I started a Minecraft server, and the community is loving it, and now I have to play that. So we'll get into that here in a minute. Norman, what have you been up to?
Just did a 2-hour Star Wars streaming. And speaking of gamers eating good, you don't have to eat games good that just came out yesterday. You can also eat games good that came out a few years ago, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, which surpassed its all-time peak just 24 hours ago. And there's 17,000 people in the game right now.
Let's go.
And also, someone at EA with their finger on the dials has said that there's about 200,000 people playing this game right now.
Wow.
So,
Damn.
yeah.
I read down that.
Crazy spike. And if you look at the graph, that thing is going up and up and up. So,
Massive
good things to come.
resurgence.
I actually have a story. Sorry, go ahead.
Go for it. No, go for it. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's just crazy that everyone loves this game now when it was the most downvoted game in Reddit history with that post. When the game was bad, it was a complete makeover of this game because I ended up liking it. But if you played it at launch, it was horrible, absolutely horrible. And then as soon as they made it good, they abandoned it. I don't know if you remember that final update. It's like the game's finally good. We got droid to cars. We got like the proper mode and everything. They're like, all right, bye. And it's like, but don't stop. And then it's all right.
And this is
triple XP.
This is EA we're talking about. Like, EA went into a game, the company that will put commercials in your 2K games, and they shut off all the monetization for the game. That's how bad the reviews for Battlefront 2 were.
Well, EA, they're good and they're bad at making games, but they're excellent marketers. They're good at marketing games. So I think that's what happened was they took advantage of these, Andor and, May the 4th and stuff like that. And they marketed their old ass game, and a bunch of, streamers and stuff picked it up, and it just grew.
Clear, it does work every May 4th. Like every May 4th, it goes on deep sale, 80 to 85%. And a few people buy the game, but nowhere near as many as we're seeing this year for some reason. The game is popping off for reasons untold.
Yeah,
I would be interested to see what modes it is everybody was playing, because remember they made it where you have the classic, the prequels, and the sequels mode that you could choose from. And I feel like whenever they noticed everybody was playing classic and prequels, they got mad, and that was why they dropped it after they made the game decent. I just feel like it was a tantrum thing. I don't know.
No, I think it was an EA. We're making Battlefield 2042 now. Star Wars fans can suck it. That's basically it.
Okay, fair.
Well, I'm seeing rumors that the team for Battlefront 2 is talking, and they want to get everyone back together. So
that's the article I got.
Together,
Hopefully. Imagine if they hit us with some massive update sometime in the near future, and they pop off.
That's the thing. They don't even have to give us a new game. Battlefront 2 works perfectly as it is right now. Just add more stuff to the game.
Yeah.
Bring live service back, and people will come back in droves.
No, don't tell them to bring live service back. Just,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
what I mean is right now that it's not right now. It's just standby servers. The servers are just hanging on for dear life in whatever dusty room of EA they're in right
And
now.
add crossplay.
Add crossplay.
It needs crossplay, but yeah, a problem with that is on PC and for Steam and on Origin. I don't know if you guys played when there was a low player count, but hackers have taken over, and you will get one shot at across the map. I'm sure it's not a problem right now when there's thousands and thousands of people playing, but it was like I was telling people because I like this game. I love the originals on PS2 and Xbox. Those are some of my favorite games ever. But I do like the new one because it's you can PvP and it's pretty. But it was like overrun with hackers because EA abandoned the game. They didn't care. There was nothing you could do about it. And so the only way really to have a good experience was to play it through Game Pass on Xbox because that had a player base and then you couldn't really hack it and everything. So I'm totally down for crossplay if they actually tend to it and give it some TLC. But if they just abandon it again, then that could be
that's
rough.
the thing is that these games they get a bunch of hackers because they stop paying attention to the game and they stop blocking all those hacks and stuff. But we'll get into it in a bit. Nerd Slap, how are you doing?
Doing real well. I just finished up a stream with Isaac and Cornboy before this, so that was fun. But we recorded another episode of Nerd Files, so I'm glad to get that out, ready to put that up. So it's gonna be a good one. But other than that, I'm doing real well. Glad to be here. Glad we got Melee Games with us tonight. So it's gonna be a fun episode.
Awesome. Before we get into it, let's address the super chats real quick. Cornboy with his consistent thumbs up.
Yes.
Thank you, dude. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Cornboy.
And I'll talk about our Minecraft server in a bit. He was giving me a tour earlier, along with Kel. Films Comic is explained for $20. The Patriot is a great film driven by two Australians, Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger. You are welcome, lol. But seriously, hope you're having a good Memorial Day. Isn't it funny how some of the most patriotic people do seem to be immigrants?
Yes,
Kinda funny.
absolutely. But the thing is, the immigrants appreciate it a lot more, I think, than a lot of the people that are born here. Not everyone. Like there are still a lot of Americans that we are just born with that same rebellious spirit that the American colonists and that they had. Like I know everybody on this panel that's an American was born with that same rebellious spirit. But there are so many Americans now that have been beaten down over the generations by the control of government, just like so many other countries have. Then they come here, realize that we're beaten down significantly less than everyone else in the world, and they start to love it.
Yep.
100%. Yeah, I can confirm. I'm very jealous. Please adopt me. If anyone's looking to adopt a very mediocre Canadian that's middle aged, I'll
We're
give you all
gonna
my
start doing
contact info.
comers like those
I need Sarah
African
McLachlan.
kids who walk around.
Yeah, Celine Dion, where are you when I need you?
Just walking
Recent
through
today.
the streets of Vancouver with a bunch of Canadians holding little American flags.
Stepping over needles. I don't know. I need some girl that can sing and can carry me. It make me look like a sweet little Canadian baby that's going to immigrate.
3 cents a day, you can help out a fellow Canadian.
3 cents a day. I can buy Steam cards. Please help.
We have to convert it to loonies and toonies and then send it to them. So
Yeah, true.
When I first learned what a loony was, I was like, okay, that's pretty wild that you call it a loony. What is a toonie? Oh, okay, of course, it's two loonies.
Two loonies, yeah.
We don't have a 3E or anything like that, just like Banjo-Kazooie and Rare. Everyone drops it on the 3 for some reason. Silly names start at 2. They stop at 2.
Yep, we don't have a $3 bill either, so.
True.
But that's where you get the saying, as gay as a $3 bill. Suns and Shadows gifted 1 membership. Dude, Jeff, thank you so much. I hope those Stargate streams are going well. I wish I could be there. I just don't have time on Thursdays anymore. Damn it. Sucks.
Damn.
Roblox head Leslie Headland, member for 1 month. Everyone in the chat, please send prayers and positive words to Jessica Lindstrom. Oh, it spelled her name correctly. It's well, maybe. She's sick. She has, I don't know, she probably has Jades. Do you think that she has AIDS?
AIDS?
I'm guessing Jades.
Probably Jades, yeah.
I think it's Jades, yeah.
that a new
Yeah.
AIDS? How do you get Jades? Wearing
Well,
jeans?
No, that's where Jay says something that's so crazy. Everyone just says that he has jades and justifies.
No,
you
it
know,
was because his camera made him look like he had jaundice. Like,
Oh,
he
that's
looked
right.
sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his
Oh, God.
crooked back teeth give him bad word salad, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's because of crooked back teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Jessica screaming in the chat that she's not sick. Jessica, it's fine to admit that you have Jades. It's okay. We're here for you.
We support you anyway.
Yes, all our Jade love. Oh my goodness.
This is funny. Anybody that's hung out with Jessica, you can hear her saying
Oh, yeah.
that. 'Cause
Every
she's got her,
100%, yeah.
I'm not sick, you figs. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she
sorry.
I do not.
Is this a
She's-
symptom of Jades that you're in denial? And
He's
delusional?
smiling right now. It's fine.
Oh no.
F for Jessica.
We need some F's. F's and prayers.
She's a sweet summer girl with a filthy mouth, and it's wonderful. So
let's see. Before we get started, I wanted to address our Minecraft server. So last week, I sat down and I created a Minecraft server off one of those dedicated sites. Took a couple hours to get all the settings correct, set up a whitelist, and now I got everybody in there, and no one's allowed to join unless they contact me first. And I was only able to play for 2 sessions, and I was like, oh man, no one's gonna play. I added probably 15 people to the whitelist. I hop on today to see what the progress is, and they've created a city out of Magadonia. At first,
I'm
I
gonna have
didn't
to
see
jump in
anything.
later and see that.
Yeah, spawn is at like a forest, and that was difficult, by the way, because when the sun comes out, it kills all the zombies and all the creepers and stuff like that. So I died several times just getting spawn set up so that people wouldn't die immediately when they get in. And but yeah, now there's like all these sky bridges going all over the place. People are making their own houses, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm excited to play tonight. So
Now, I was able to log in for about 8 seconds and cut down one tree so that I have some wood next time I get into the game. But I've been so busy with work stuff these past couple of days, I haven't been able to log in, and I'm like, oh no, everybody's gonna have everything, and I'm gonna be starting off and trying to remember how to play an unmodded version of the game.
Can you tell your work that you have Minecraft priorities? Can you use paid time off or sick days for that? What are they going to do?
Bro, I don't get paid time off in sick days. I'm working today.
Oh, tell them you need to mine for diamonds or something. They'll understand.
yeah, only Jessica gets sick days for Jades. So
Yes, tell them you have Jades. Jessica, we're using your sickness as an excuse. I hope it's cool.
But let's see here. Since it is Memorial Day, I thought I would share some fun stuff that's military related. So this is kind of funny. I'm going to share a couple of memes after. So you got Formula One bringing in their pace car, just like an Aston. And now we got the Americans bringing in their NASCAR pace car.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Man, I hate being Canadian.
It's a Camaro. Are you sure that thing can turn left?
Yeah, it can turn left.
It's the
can't turn
Corvette
right.
that has the steering issues.
So this is what made me giggle. Are you guys familiar with the Chinook memes?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else familiar with them?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to share a couple in case people don't know. Military guys, they get bored just like we do, and they think up silly things.
They think up some of the most deranged things, to be honest.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's a little face. And then this is one of my favorites. Help, they're kidnapping me. I'll save you.
Amazing.
So great.
There's like a million of those, by the way.
I don't want war, but if it ever, if we ever need to use those again, I want that in the battlefield. Just lean into it, America. Paint big stupid faces on them. It'll
I can
confuse and terrify
actually
'em.
affirmatively tell you that the United States military does shit like that all the time.
Good.
The troops will get bored fighting overseas and they will just paint dumb shit on something and then ride it into battle. Like they do it all the time.
Yeah, and
wonderful.
This is why I've been telling Nerd Wars to watch Generation Kill, because you get to see a lot of that silliness unfold because of the Rolling Stones journalist that wrote the entire story of the invading force of Iraq. So pretty funny. Bringing it back to gaming a little bit. This is a Tomac sends me direct messages on Discord of just weird and quirky stuff, and he sent me this one. Just a GIF. There appears to be an A-10 dropping a bomb into a lake, fish flying up, and they're using a bolt action to take them out.
Hell yeah.
America.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was
That's
like
awesome.
trying to figure out what the scrolling thing is. And I guess this guy, Mike, is a developer and he's got a funny sense of humor. And someone asked what the scrolling text is all about. And he says, yeah, it's fun facts about airboats.
Airboats.
I just thought that was really funny.
That's
wow. Oh, this is the Buckshot guy. This is he developed Buckshot Roulette. Oh my god.
Okay.
The gun looks, the same style, you're right?
Yeah.
actually.
That's
Oh my
funny.
god. Buckshot's the best game where you kill yourself ever. So I'm on board for this.
In Minecraft.
In
of
my
course.
allegedly
Yeah.
in Minecraft with Jades.
We've been saying a lot of in Minecraft jokes while we're playing Minecraft lately. So
good.
It's great. It's so much fun.
It actually feels appropriate now.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, real quick to my point. Right here. Where was it? Alpha Omega. When I was in the army, my unit was notorious for drawing Tory gates and dicks everywhere. That sounds very army to me.
What was super bad, right? Weren't they talking about? He's
Yeah,
like, no,
super
it's
bad.
fine. Like something like 8% of kids do it. It's totally normal. And speaking of dicks, this might, I don't know if YouTube's gonna like this, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
I saw
How the
this.
fuck is this a real game?
This it's like
yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
This is
I'm gonna go ahead Switch.
So proud of himself.
Hey, he won. So.
Twitch would hate that. YouTube is more okay with that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So there was nothing
I
explicit there. Twitch would find a problem with it.
I did notice the black gentleman had a longer stroke, but I digress.
There was more vigor, you could say.
Well,
whoa.
speaking of black gentlemen, I don't want to be that guy, but we got a porch pirate here.
Oh boy. Oh. Wait a minute. I'm fine with this kind of black gentleman. Wait.
He can have it. It's fine.
He's probably earned it.
A bear.
It's a Chewy box. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I was just gonna say it's got to be dog food.
Plot twist. That's outside of Melee James' house. So.
God, son of a bitch.
You're like,
that's great.
it says delivered, but it's not here. And then you go to the ring footage, and you're like, no way, a bear took it away. I think it's funny.
That is hilarious.
What's
he
even better
smelled the dog treats.
is, you should see the video where the glitter bomb blows up in his face.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Dude, they'll make that illegal somehow. I mean, you can't shoot glitter on people that are thieves. That's wrong.
I'm sure it's illegal in Canada. We can't defend anything here.
Well, we can't
I'm
use
sure
bear
California.
spray or anything. So
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm not even on
Only-
bears.
only if you're hunting. So if you're a woman who's afraid of getting like mugged or something, you're not allowed to carry bear spray on you and spray your like
Okay.
predator with it.
Well,
Unless
for a
you say
little
that
bit.
you're on the way to go hunting somewhere.
For a
And that's
little
why I
while,
have it
I
on you.
dated a girl that was a national parks ranger, and she said that they are in Canada, And she said that they are highly discouraged from using bear spray, but if there are bears in the area, they can carry it, but they also have to carry a plastic bag, and they have to try to use the plastic bag to scare the bear off first. And then if that doesn't work, they can use the bear spray.
We're not dealing with Yogi Bear here. It's a real bear.
Well, Kay, can you let us know what's more dangerous, being in the woods with a bear or with a man?
Oh my god, the age-old debate. I can't believe anyone is worried about a man in a forest over a bear. It's insane to me. It's like actually insane. I'd rather hang out with the bear, and then you see like articles of like bears mauling people to death in Minecraft.
As a man who owns 40 acres of forest, I will tell you, I am far more concerned with trying to cut down a tree than any random woman walking up anywhere near me. Like, oh, hey, what's up? No, I'm just trying to do manly shit and cut down a tree.
I'd rather deal with the tree than the woman, definitely, every time.
For sure.
They don't talk back, that's why.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't pay alimony to a tree.
No.
Get rid of
They're
them.
sturdy, they're stable, they stand by you, they're beautiful to look at, which is
They
a lot
live
more
for
than I
many
can say.
generations.
They never
You know?
gain a lot of weight.
No.
Exactly.
Well, they do, but it takes them hundreds of years to gain.
It looks good on them. The tree, it looks, the trees,
it looks,
they
it
can
looks
work
great.
You can't build a house out of a woman.
That's true. Well, I mean, you could, but I wouldn't want to. We need Narganal here to tell us if, with the controllers and everything, if he has any secret controller houses or anything. That's what I want to know.
Hey, I'll take the bear, you know, because then I can train it to go steal stuff for me. It'll be the perfect porch pirate.
I don't doubt you for a second, and I'm a little terrified of you, but that sounds wonderful.
I got to say, guys, I got bear fatigue a lot. So.
All breeds, or
I like polar bears. They're fine.
I think most
They
talk
leave us
about the kind
alone.
at the gay bar.
Fun fact about polar bears, James. Do you know when a polar bear is sneaking up on you? He does that.
Yeah, they actually
the
know
Dracula
to cover their nose.
Because he knows his nose is black
Yep.
and the rest of him's white. So if you're up in the Arctic and it's all snow, you go, "There's a fucking nose trying to kill me over there."
Holy, they're like Dracula. I love them even more.
They're aware that their nose gives them away. Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Huh.
And who hates panda bears? They don't know how to have sex. I love those little stupid bastards.
Yeah, and if you threw a gummy bear at it, it would kill it. They're why are we keeping these things alive? They can't eat anything. They're not really a bear. They
Because they're
try to
adorable
pull
and
these people
stupid.
through fences all the time. That seems to be their favorite pastime, is pulling Asian people through a fence.
They know it's funny. That's why I love panda bears.
Hey, everyone knows pandas are the least racist.
Yeah, there's a reason
All
to
right.
keep them alive, I guess.
And that concludes our bear segment.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And now on to our gun segment with my one gun clip. I just thought this was badass. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that this camera is ultra zoomed in because you can see the arc. So my buddy has a Swarovski spotting scope that he paid like $5,000 for. I don't even know why. He's only used it like twice. But if you're sitting behind a person doing a long range shot, you can see the vapor trail going out. And this shows the vapor trail from the other side. You can see the arc of the round. I think he's like 600 plus meters out.
Whoa.
Isn't that
That's
badass?
Wow.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hate to be on the receiving end of that.
Nice Lexus, by the way, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say. By the way, that is the most recent victim of ABF. Freaking amazing! He in Las Vegas, his second
The
shot
microphone.
on a 50 cal.
Oh.
Yeah, not you, James, the mic.
Yeah,
I was like, what am I a victim of? What? What's he gonna do to me?
In Minecraft.
Oh dear God! In Canada.
Oh, whoa.
That
That's
is a
crazy.
half-inch hole from this 50 cal right here.
Wow.
Yep, hit it on his second shot. It was 3 football fields away. just so we can,
That's insane.
or 2 Canadian football fields away because they're fucking huge over there. But
Yeah.
Are they really? I have no idea.
yeah, they're humongous. Yeah, they got giant end zones and.
We changed the rules for no reason. It's slightly
Yo.
different, more confusing.
Speaking of Canadians, we got Gooch.
What's up, Gooch?
Gooch. Is
Hey,
Gucciness
Gooch, did you wash that suit yet? There's your reminder.
Soon to be expat.
He knows. He knows.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He knows.
Okay.
Gooch knows, and that's the main thing. Yeah.
Okay. I love
All
how
I've
he
learned
shows
is
up
that-
during a Canadian football segment where he hates Canadian football.
It's great if you're drunk. Every time I go to it, I'm just horribly drunk.
The announcers are great.
He's saying Urban says he loves it. So.
Oh, he must
Must
love
be
it then.
Yeah. The best one I was watching TSN, and it was I actually am a fan of Canadian football. I love my Hamilton Ticats.
Oh.
They're my favorite team. And the guy's like, "Oh boy, that throw right there, he's hotter than a pepper trout."
Yeah.
Like they are 100% Canadian.
Yeah, that keeps a little bit of our nationalism alive. The little thread of it we have left after the past ever. It's been a dwindling thing ever since.
I apologize on behalf of colonial Americans because we should have just taken you guys over.
It's not too late.
Nice.
It's not too
Yeah.
late. Just do it now.
You still can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but should we? I don't know. If it's worth
Then
It
it.
doesn't
say to
benefit
let
you at all.
Stinky
Don't do
Frenchmen
it.
take
You
over.
already have
so-
Alaska. It doesn't look good. Like with Alaska there, it's not symmetrical. Like just sweep the rest of it already. Like
Here's what I say: we
I agree
definitely
with
take
that.
over Alberta, and then we take over Newfoundland because they're full of retards apparently. So yeah.
Wait,
Have
if-
any of you
lovable
guys-
retards.
Have any of you
If
guys
we
played
take-
Civilization?
Oh yeah, I love
Great
Civ,
game.
man. Civ
Yeah.
3 Gold, my jam.
Oh, you got all your cities connected, and then there's always that one a-hole that builds a city right between your other cities, and you're like, guess what? I'm going to war with you now because I want a road to go there. So-
Every single
hate that.
time. I hate it. You finally discover more land. Oh great, you're in my border. Thanks. I have to build around you.
I have come up to a solution to the 51st state problem because I'm somebody who only wants the United States to have 50 states. So hereby we just annex you all as part of Alaska
Yeah, I'm down. I'll be Alaska.
or
Yeah, sure.
part of any other bordering state. We'll just redraw the lines, whatever. It'll be fine.
Enlarge them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Extend America. Like
Then we get to
extend
keep
on.
50 states because 50 is a good balance. And and then we just get to annex you guys as part of us.
I say just tear off all their maple syrup and have them keep crying about it.
Damn it. That's our one good thing. Better not come for our Kinder eggs. I swear
Okay.
to God.
Okay, Canadian food is amazing. All right, I love poutine because I grew up in
Poutine.
the extreme
Bacon
north.
sucks.
I grew up like 4 hours from Canada and Indiana, so we got all the cuisine. Ketchup potato chips are the goat, and anybody that says they're not are lying. And
I don't think we need a
their
team of
soups are
Canadians.
exquisite.
I don't think we needed Canadians to figure out that dipping fries in gravy is good, though.
No,
It's weird, but yeah, for some reason, the hybrid of cheese, because it's cheese curds and the gravy and the fries, only Canada does it right. We have bad poutine here. I've had it, and it's weird. It's so simple, but someone can screw it up. There is a way. Telling Canadian that you love poutine is like telling a black person you love watermelon. That's fine. I'd be racist to me.
And guess what? I have a lot of black friends, and they're like, "Yeah, it's amazing."
Did you just pull the I have a
Friends
lot
with
of
a
black
poutine. Oh, God.
Look,
I will say, you
okay,
guys also have Trailer Park Boys. That's a pretty good
That's,
one.
that's our best export.
One of the
Kenny
best.
vs. Spenny is my personal favorite media
also
from
very
here.
good.
Trailer Park Boys is amazing. I love that show.
Michael J. Fox. There you go. That's one of your best.
Have good poutine and a Labatt Blue, and call me in the morning, and you're
100.
gonna have it's the best thing ever. So,
But wait,
No.
Shatner, I believe, was Canadian, right?
Yep.
Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
William
Shatner's
Shatner is
Canadian.
now an American, but he was a Canadian.
We export a lot of comedians. That's what we're known for as well. Like my
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
comedian
for
of all time.
sure.
Yeah. Like
you killed my camera. The comment.
His camera died from embarrassment from that.
just for being pro Canada, Mo is exiled to the
Damn.
lands of Newfoundland. Oh God.
He got hacked.
Enjoy your poutine, you bastard.
He broke again.
No,
Oh,
Fenris,
God.
no, be quiet.
Oh, here comes the
Avocados in
avocado talk. Avocados in chat, everybody, along with some homos in there too, or mohos, whichever way you like it.
Homos.
Um,
I'll allow it. I will create an army.
Isn't
A
that what the
galactic
emoji's
empire.
called? Let's see here.
No, they're called
It
homos,
is called
not
homo.
mohomos.
Yeah, it is homo. Yeah, YouTube
Yes.
let me do that. That's hilarious. All right. You know what else is hilarious? Is
Oh, I saw
South Park
this.
losing a bunch of their episodes
No way.
on streaming because they're not culturally relevant anymore in their eyes, I guess.
No
So let's
bullshit.
see.
It's
Um,
sensitivity issues.
Which
Yeah.
This isn't
episode?
the first time either. Oh my god.
Big Gay Al's Big Boat Ride.
Classic.
Terrence and Phillip in Not Without My Anus. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
you know,
come on.
okay, hang on.
This is gonna be like the best.
Because this proves what I just said. It's not that they're not quote culturally relevant. It's that they are now deemed too offensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is why comedy is dead.
Exactly.
We also have Jared has AIDS. Simpsons did it. I'm wondering what. Yeah, I'm wondering what was what they
That
don't
might
like in that
just
one.
be because it's so similar to Simpsons, and that's under Disney. Because like they turn into
Maybe.
Simpsons characters by the end of that.
Disney
and,
swung
like,
the hammer.
Passion of the Jew. You
trying
got
to
F in the
understand.
A. I wonder why they don't like that one. That's weird.
Because talking about
before the-
anything gay is insensitive.
Before the day after tomorrow, I remember this. I quote it all the time. I'm like, yeah, the day after yesterday, and then you're like, oh shit, that's today. So stupid, but I love it. Trapped in the closet. That had Kanye in it, right?
that was
No, it was
Diddy.
R. Kelly.
Oh, R. Kelly.
Was it R.
Was
Kelly
it?
that did the?
I'll find out.
Huh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
even worse.
It also had
It was Tom Cruise.
it was Tom Cruise was in it, and there was someone else in it also. I thought it was
John Travolta.
yeah. It was
R. Kelly.
Yeah, okay, R. Kelly. Yeah,
R.
but
Kelly
Tom
was
Cruise,
also, yeah.
when that
'Cause it was-
episode came out, he was pissed and he wanted them to take it down. Remember that?
Yeah, but that was still shortly after he went on his weird Katie Holmes jump around, like, and then went super Scientologist and was acting real weird about it. And
Yeah, I think that was
R.
part of the
Kelly's
problem.
song had just come out. The he's trapped in the closet song. Yeah,
Mhm.
it
It was
was
2005, so it was peak Crazy Cruise for sure.
Yep.
it was Pete crazy fucking everybody.
That was around the time he was jumping up and down on Oprah's couch,
Yep.
right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I think John Travolta was a Scientologist too, right?
Oh, he is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact, isn't there
He
some
was in that.
crossover with like Battlefield Earth and like Scientology?
Oh,
Yes, No, it
my-
is.
that
It's
that
right.
is literally its Bible.
Yeah,
Like,
that okay, that's
yeah.
what I thought. Yeah.
No, that episode is so good. I'm so mad that it's censored because like I don't have anything against Scientologists. Their religion's actually fucking epic because it's written by a science fiction writer. It's like worshiping Star Wars.
L.
Because
Ron Hubbard.
the last thing he did before dying was like, fuck it, I'm making a religion. And then it was this coolest thing ever. But it's a crazy cult as well. But it's like everything that they show in that episode, they write it in big blinking text. This is what they actually believe. This isn't a joke. It's actually like a space war, and they brainwash the aliens, and you're actually an alien whose soul was caught, and all this. It's wild. It's so
Yeah,
cool. And John
Lord
Travolta
Xenu.
made, John Travolta made Battlefield Earth to be like, this will make them take us seriously, and it's like, oh no, what have you done?
Woof.
What? Yeah, what have you
Yeah.
done?
Peak cinema, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
I see clips for that every once in a while on YouTube, and I'm just like, oh my god.
It's a
Yeah,
masterpiece.
that's on Nerd Wars Wheel of Good and Pain, so he hasn't gotten there yet.
Dude, they used to advertise the shit
Yes,
out of
treat it.
Scientology in the 80s. They were like, it was like, remember the volcano in the book? They're like, Dystenics by L. Ron Hubbard. Or like, they would push it. Like, you'd be watching, like, Price is Right, and some guy would, guess the wrong price on the Yodeler or whatever it was. And then it would L. Ron Hubbard. They were trying to get everybody into Scientology back in the 80s. It was insane.
They're sneaky too. I ran into some of them. Like I was at a country fair or something, and this nice girl was just talking to me, and I should have known a nice girl talking to me. That was red flag number one. And then all of a sudden, my friend pulled me away, And so that they could hear, they were like, yeah, get out. They're fucking crazy Scientologists. And I was like, I felt bad for the woman. So I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was nice meeting you. But it was true. And we walked like 20, 30 feet away, and I would look over my shoulder, and she was deadpan staring me down. Like hills have eyes, like just. Yeah. And I was like, okay, you need to worship like Twi'leks or something. Like this is getting too much.
The reason that Chef left the show was because they were making fun of Scientologists.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then they just used a different voice, and no one actually noticed. They were like, "Yeah, this is fine."
Killed them all.
Oh, that
Yeah, they
was
did
great.
the whole remixing, and they killed him. That was
Well, no, they
Badly.
used a different voice for the final episode. I thought, right?
No, what they did was they took all of his voice lines from the
Oh,
entire
that's right.
show,
And they chopped it up.
and so they made him Look, you've said in Minecraft a lot to me today. How do you say this? PDF file. They made him
There you go.
part of a PDF cult, and they just made him say things like, "I want to make love to the children," and it would be like, "What?"
Yeah.
They buried
Yeah,
him.
and they intentionally
Turned him into
did
Vader.
the cuts really badly, so that
Yes.
you could tell that everything was just cut together. But they were his words. They just chopped them together and made him
That's
say
hilarious.
wild shit.
I don't think I ever saw that because they took that episode down pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, they took that one down real fast. That was up for a little while, and you can still find it. I'll just say that.
Yeah. So we talk about preserving media, right? And I have a different way of doing it. Okay, it's good that you have physical discs. Although we have found that some discs made in certain years have actually gotten disc rot and stuff
Degraded.
like that.
Yeah.
That kind of
Thanks,
sucks.
Warner.
That's become a thing. I built a Plex server. It doesn't have to run on Plex, but I have a NAS unit, a network attached storage, and that's a box that has multiple hard drives in it. And I acquire my media off of the internet and put it on there. And I have seasons and seasons and movies upon movies
Yarr.
on there. And I actually have all these episodes of South Park that have been removed, that you can't find anymore unless you have, go out and hunt for the DVDs, which are most certainly sold out at this point. So, yeah, just wanted to.
Censored
Digital backups are
stuff.
great.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Like
I do that.
to keep something digitally is great because we do see those problems with them. Things going out of print but it doesn't feel as good. But hey, you've still got the media, and that's what's really important.
Yep. And
You
I
probably
guess,
burn it to a disc or something.
people could say, what if there's an EMP? Well, if you want to get super nerdy, you could probably take the hard drive apart and re-put it together, on the platters. So it would cost a fortune, but you could.
The argument keeps going until they're like, just put all of your USBs and discs in an Argentinian salt mine to be preserved forever, like the old movies do. There you go. Now your media is preserved. Or they could just not censor it and just let adults decide for themselves if they like it or not. But no, we have to go to Argentinian salt mines, apparently. God.
Yeah, in like 72 Faraday cages. Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
100%. And you know what else can't be acquired is Half-Life 3. So I'll believe it when I see it, and I see something official from Valve or from Gaben himself. But rumor, Half-Life 3 will be the final game in the franchise. This person, Daniel RPK, on Patreon, indicates that Valve wants to leave the series behind after Half-Life 3. The leaker claimed that the Half-Life 3 has been designed to be the final chapter of the franchise. It sounds like he's making it sound like they're tired of this whole Half-Life 3 argument. They want to get it done, out of the way, and not focus on games ever again. I like this one. I'm tired, boss.
I swear I heard like an interview, because there's so many documentaries on Half-Life now. There's a really good one they did for the recent anniversary of Half-Life 1.
Oh,
I swear,
so good. I highly recommend that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they released it for free, updated the game for free. It's amazing. But I swear I heard one developer say that it's just like, yeah, they missed the boat on Half-Life 3. And pretty much the only way they would do it now, it's similar to Half-Life Alyx, is if like some amazing new video game technology comes out, and that way Half-Life 3 can promote it, because they want Half-Life to always kind of be the bar and all this. So unless suddenly there's a big new revolution in gaming and there's some groundbreaking technology that we all want to jump in on, I just don't see it happening anytime soon because they know they're going to get Duke Nukem Forever. Like there's just no way it will live up to the expectations that the fans have. No way. So it's got to push something. It can't just be a game.
I tend to think that the expectations that are being held for it are primarily the story. Now, yes, they will have to have a new engine. They will have to, they'll have to update a lot of things, which
I don't know if they will be on a new engine. I mean, they'll be on a newer engine, but the source engine is, always being built on, isn't it?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So if it just like the difference between 1 and 2, right? That's what I mean. Is like if they can build it up well enough, and there are rumors that there are changes being made on the back end of stuff from Half-Life 2, and I've
There's
seen some
rumors upon
screenshots of
rumors,
code,
though.
but it's rumors upon rumors, of course. But if they do decide to do it and just close out the story because they're tired of it, I could see them doing that. The only thing is they just can't get lazy with the writing and derail from the story that they were telling, because that was the downfall of Duke Nukem Forever.
Do they still have the original writer employed? Does anyone know? Like whoever was responsible?
I don't know. But we did have Half-Life Alyx, and that was more, story to go with it.
Yeah, I never played it. I don't know if it's. I know it's considered amazing, but you need like a.
I haven't played it either.
Yeah, you need a high-end PC VR to do it.
I've got a high-end PC VR, and I haven't fucking played it yet.
All right.
I watched someone play through it, and just watching it, it was very entertaining.
Okay.
The story's really good.
I thought there was a no VR mod for that game now.
There is. You can
Yeah,
play it no
so-
VR. Yeah.
Ironically, there's a Half-Life 2 VR mod where you can play Half-Life 2 in VR, which I actually own it. I think it's like officially. When people say Half-Life 3, it just pisses me off. It's never going to happen. Get out of here with that crap. Unless I actually see a trailer or something. I've heard it my entire life. I have a 6-digit Steam friend code. I've been here since the beginning. All right. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. Maybe.
But what if it does, Moo? What if it does?
It'll be wonderful, but it's not going to happen.
You could make it at this point. You can make it with AI.
Oh dear God. That could be what they push for. Can you imagine? Because I was saying they have to push technology, and it's like Half-Life 3 and made entirely by AI. It's just like,
They could just use that new Google VO that they released, and you could easily make a video game from that.
And it could turn out either really well or really fucking shitty and break halfway through completely. I've messed around a little bit with like some of the like AI games, because there are some of them out there. And sometimes they start off really good, and then immediately it just gets fucked up because the AI can't remember what it was trying to do before.
The AI's just like me. Oh my God. I relate so much to it. It's like, what was I up to?
I've messed around with some of those AI chat bots a little bit whenever people were talking about them like a couple of months ago. And there are some of them that they're like, oh, like this one's an RPG game. And you get in and it's like a text-based game, from the 90s. You start playing this game and you're like, oh, this is going really, like, this is actually kind of fun. Like, this reminds me of like Oregon Trail kind of shit. And then the bot completely forgets what the fuck it's trying to do. And you go from like an Oregon Trail style story to you go into a town that's full-blown cyberpunk. And you're like, wait, hang on, out of character. What's happening? Like, we were having this cool, like, medieval story, and now we're in a cyberpunk city, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then just continues with the cyberpunk story, and now you're playing a completely different fucking game as a completely different character. And then it just takes over playing as your character and just gives you like long spouts. And you're like, why is this happening? But so could go good or bad.
I assume y'all saw the I think it was Microsoft, the AI Quake 2, and that abomination that they made there.
Well, I had not seen that.
Oh my God, I gotta find it for you guys. Microsoft remade Quake 2 entirely with AI, and it's horrifying. I'll see if I can find it for you guys, because it looks like if you ported Quake 2 to like a Nokia phone from 2001. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can show this if you want, but it's like, it's Microsoft has created an AI generated replica of Quake 2 that you can play in a browser. Every frame is created on the fly by an AI world model. This is from Jeff Keighley. This was April 5th, so not not super old or anything. And it's like it looks like Quake 2 running at 2 frames a second with blocky weirdness here. And it's like, that's all AI. That's your future.
Oh, that's rough, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Frames are killing me.
So it's like that, but
in Minecraft.
Remember, the start of AI was Will Smith eating spaghetti, and that was only a couple years ago.
We've
so,
come
like,
a long way, yeah.
It's the fact that this is all AI. It's like, well, shit.
The way everything, like all the, the straight lines look like they're fuzzy bothers me. I assume that it'll get better over time, just like the Will Smith's, spaghetti. But
Bad guys look like claymation. That's what bad is.
Yeah, at least he doesn't turn into the spaghetti anymore.
You're fighting Gumby through this entire experience, but this is like playable. You guys can go play it. The link's right there under that tweet. So
that's
crazy. At least you don't turn around and you're looking at a completely separate world than what you just walked through.
That's true.
Suddenly there's like My Little Pony characters everywhere. You're like, my guy.
Or that's an amazing game idea where every time you turn around, it's something different behind you.
It could be entertaining for about 5 minutes, then it would get really frustrating.
So people that
like
remember what Quake 2 was like when it came out on computers back in the late 90s, that ran a lot better than the piece of crap I was running that game on. It was in the software renderer. It was so bad. It was the reason I got a 3DFX card, is because of that game. I wanted to actually get it kind of pumped up and looking better. So that was the game that drove without the whole entire world's population to get a graphics card. It was amazing.
So I was about to start the Sony segment, but I just got hit by a couple of things, and they have to be shared. I'm sorry, Mo. You are at the receiving end of this.
What?
Oh, no.
So when did you study to become a forest ranger that, supports trans rights?
Oh my God.
You don't look good in this skirt, Mo. I got to be honest.
You're
This wasn't
clearly
me.
packing.
This was not me.
To the face.
I'm innocent on this one.
You got a nice chin though when you shave.
Phantom.
I was going to say he's chinning it
It's
out
funny
there.
to say that because you're not innocent, Nerd Slap.
Hey, this one wasn't me. This one wasn't.
You sent me this one a few minutes ago.
This one I did.
Damn.
And
that is awful.
Hayden's ever so holding you on the dance floor.
I hate this.
Beautiful.
I hate it too, mainly because I'm smaller than Hayden, which is bullshit.
Smaller, you say?
No.
What part of your body are you talking about?
You know what? I'll leave it to the chat's imagination.
That's a mistake.
But after we
I've done-
quit, after we stopped dancing, we shared a nice bottle of Saratoga sparkling water. So.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
God.
Sony time. So, bunch of Sony stories are starting to come out because we have the Days of Play. I mistakenly put State of Play in the title of this video, which I changed later, so hopefully I didn't mess anything up. But I got State of Play stuck in my head. So this is rumor, and I think it's actually been shared officially to another website. But PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro are set to have deep discounts. So
I don't
this
know
is
if you
according
have
to a data miner. What's up?
Oh, well, I was going to say, I don't know if you have this as well, but I did see that might be happening because they're releasing a new package.
We'll get
later
into
this
that.
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have discounts on the PS5 Slim, the standard edition, the digital one, and they're already doing 50 euros off on the PS5 Pro. So that's kind of interesting. People were really upset with the price. I wonder if this might actually get people to be a little bit more okay with it.
This
the
is
VR
really
headset.
smart too, because Xbox just raised their prices at the beginning of May. So now PlayStation's going to scoop up even more people.
They announced it in May, but it's not taking effect until the holidays, right?
I thought Xbox went in right away. They announced it, and then right away their prices
did
went
they?
up on
Okay.
controllers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
about the
wasn't either
consoles,
thing.
but I know
But yeah.
controllers and yeah. It was like
Yeah.
instant. They're like, yeah, we're doing it right away.
I
Okay.
think it was the
I thought the
hardware,
same
but not the
thing.
games. I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah, games, I don't think so.
Not
the
yet.
subscription service is going to be 30% off also. And then
That's good.
Oh, wait, where'd it go? Hold on a sec. I have another story and it has a whole chart of games that are
While you find that, I will say I'm kind of like I don't really believe this because PlayStation, like whether you're a PlayStation or Xbox fan, PlayStation is like dominating in that battle. And this is why I think Xbox is that like it's just millions ahead of Xbox. And this is why I think Xbox is kind of pivoting to be everywhere, Game Pass kind of thing, because that's their linchpin. But PlayStation is just leagues ahead, and we all like people that are smart. And they're invested in all this stuff, and they know what the hardware is. They know that the PS Pro is kind of a ripoff. Like, hey, if you want it, more power to you. If you love Sony for some reason, but it's like that isn't a prestige kind of console. You don't need it. If some games run worse, which is so funny when you see that. But it's still sold. It's still sold like crazy because people are like loyal to PlayStation and the Sony brand, and so they made money on it. They made money on all this. So to do a discount, it's just like they don't really have to. It would really only just to be a screw you to Xbox, I guess.
Yeah, well, you have Xbox with the rumor that they might bring Steam to their platform. I'm wondering if they're starting to make bold moves to stay competitive.
I was listening to your episode where you were talking about that, and I really wish I was in that conversation because I think that's totally possible, and that's what would make me interested in getting a next gen Xbox if it's next gen exclusive. Is if you read Steam news, it seems like it's very likely because I was looking to see if there's going to be a Steam Deck 2 because I was like, I haven't gotten this. Yeah, I haven't gotten a Steam Deck. Well, I saw one interview that was just a few days ago where a developer at Steam said we're actually focusing more on putting Steam OS on everything. So like all of our competitors can just run Steam OS. And it's like, well, that doesn't discount Xbox. So you could have Steam OS on an Xbox.
This is based off of like multiple different sources, and they are a rumor, but it's all coming together that it's the next Steam Deck is going to be built into their next gen VR headset. So you're going to have the power of a Steam Deck already on your face, and you won't have any cables to plug into your computer. So
okay,
that actually would be a game changer over the MetaQuest.
I guess they wouldn't call it a Steam Deck. They would call it something else, but that would, in theory, be a Steam Deck too.
You don't have to use it as a headset. You could just plug it into your TV and use it as a Steam Deck also.
Okay, damn.
So you have all these different options.
Idea.
Yeah.
Look at how incorporated Microsoft is with Steam already, right? Like this would be a logical step for both of them to make to just have pure profit.
Yeah. Yep. I can totally see launching Xbox and having a Steam app, and that launches Steam OS. You log into your Steam account, you verify it's you, and then suddenly it's like, boom, there's your hundreds of games or thousands of games you have on Steam. I could totally see it. And I would be all for it.
Remember, everyone, Xbox is owned by Microsoft.
Yep.
And Microsoft might just phase out the Xbox brand. They could call it something else. They could do whatever. But they could very easily incorporate with Steam because Steam is most commonly played on a Microsoft Windows PC.
I do wonder how that deal is going to work out because if you're PlayStation or you're Microsoft and you're going to put your game on Steam, Steam is instantly taking 30% off the top. So what's going to happen when it's officially integrated into Xbox is the percentage is going to be slightly less. Is Steam going to be taking a little bit more because of the integration?
So Steam, I think personally, Steam would take more because they would be able to do maybe a 50-50 split because Microsoft doesn't have to develop as much as they would whenever they're running their own consoles, right? So I see a potential there for them to even maybe a 60-40 and they're getting a ton of profit because keep in mind, Steam is the most profitable company per employee on the planet.
Yep.
I don't even see any difference in the split at all. What I would see happening is like you download the Xbox app because you already have like EA stuff and Ubisoft stuff on Xbox. You just download Steam OS app. And like, if you're an Xbox fan and you're kind of outside of PC gaming, you might look at that and be like, what's that? I already got Game Pass. I don't need it. But if you're a savvy gamer, you'll be like, oh my God, my Steam where I own all those games. And that's where I can get that. But it's just like, you can still buy those games. If you're a diehard Xbox guy, on the Microsoft Store on Xbox. It's still tied to your Xbox account, but it will adapt. It'll bring in new people, adopt in new people on Steam, just to be like, I can log into my Steam. I don't even have to touch the Microsoft Store. And so it's like kind of almost like a hybrid console. So I don't even think they would need to change any of the cuts or anything. It's just mutually beneficial for Microsoft under Xbox and for Steam just to be everywhere.
Sure.
And I put this story on the back burner. I didn't think we are going to get to it today, but since we already, dipped into that. Valve is putting out this Steam OS compatibility. They're making it say, this is Steam Deck verified. And hey, also it works on Steam OS.
Mm-hmm.
So Microsoft is thinking 10 steps ahead. They see that this might actually be an operating system for your computer that you can install.
Yeah.
I think that's like an actual possibility that we're going to see in like the next year. When that happens, I'm going to partition my hard drive, install Steam OS, and see how it works. As long as Discord can run on this Linux distribution that they've reskinned, I will play all my games on Linux. All you have to do is restart your computer. Guess what? You're in Steam OS. You don't have to worry about Windows updates. All of a sudden, you have a PC that's performing to its fullest because you're not downloading Windows updates or shitty drivers
every 15 fucking minutes. Yeah.
I think that Windows sees this. They're going to see people building a gaming PC and actually not use Windows because all they care about is gaming. So they actually might lose out on some of the market. So I think that their hand was forced into working with Steam because they see what's happening in the future.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with you. And I trust Valve. There's still some issues I have with Valve, but I mean, compared to Microsoft, oh my God, I will take a Steam OS over Windows any day. If it's nice, clean,
and their development of Proton has been nothing short of amazing. If they can figure out, if they can get all the anti-cheats over, Windows is cooked as a gaming platform. That's my problem. I play competitive games. Anti-cheats do not work for the most part. There are a few, but like the games that I enjoy playing, they're not ready yet. But the smoothness of how things work, and actually playing things in Steam OS, like much older games, like Shadows of the Empire, or the compatibility layer makes really hard to run games from like Windows XP, Windows 7 to Windows 11. Makes it run seamlessly because of how they because they translate the code. They have a compatibility layer, and on top of that,
all kinds of growing pains with this, by the way.
There will be.
Some of those anti-cheats won't work, and they'll say, hey, you can't play this on Steam OS because the Nuvo doesn't work or some bullshit like that. So
there will be, but honestly, like with a lot of PC gamers, part of what we enjoy is being able to do something like this, right? And also still game. But think about how much of your partition you would need to run Windows versus like to just do basic web browsing and maybe some basic work stuff like some spreadsheet versus how much you could have it be allocated to. Because I've got and
you can always partition a third drive so that both of the environments can talk to it, so that you can put your media there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
and I've got a 4 terabyte computer, and I mean, Windows constantly. I'm having to do these updates. I don't use Windows for shit besides doing streams like this and just regular web browsing, and that takes nothing. I could do it on a Lenovo Smart Book that has like a fucking, a 32 gig fucking hard drive. I don't need all of this space to run Windows, but that's ultimately what I'm doing right now because I don't have a Steam OS to play all my games on. I've got almost 2 full terabytes taken up with games that are installed on my computer right now. And I mean, they're installed because I want to stream them. But imagine if I could put all of those into a native Steam OS and not have to deal with a bunch of the Windows bullshit and then just swap between those whenever I needed to.
Yeah. And what ABF said, I've actually done. I actually have my desktop that I'm streaming off of right now. That's not the problem with the camera. The camera's the problem with the camera tonight. I don't know what's going on with it.
It's your face is the problem with the camera.
You praised Canada too much, and then it shut you down.
It really did. Yes, it called me a hoser, and it shut off. So
get out of here.
I have like a common like spinning Rust hard drive for a lot of the games. There's some that you just have to have on NVMe. Like if you run Call of Duty off a hard drive, you're a sadist. It just takes forever to load. But like a lot of games, they're perfectly fine on a Barracuda, 7,200 RPM.
You know what the funniest one is?
Yeah.
Play Phasmophobia on a spinning hard drive, and people at Discord would be like, dude, it's been like 5 minutes. How have you not loaded in yet? It's so funny.
I should clarify. I have SSD terabyte drives, not hard drives. I just use that as the colloquial term for storage.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, but I have it where if I go into my Linux, like I haven't done SteamOS, a lot of the like
we're getting
ones
too
that are-
nerdy here, Mo.
Okay. Sorry. I can play both. I
Computer
can play them on both.
juicing. Yes.
And yes, and if you can play,
We
on
built this
Linux-
channel on gaming, not gamer Nexus talk.
Look,
so.
you're already in the corner, but sit in the fucking corner, okay?
I'm here for it. I love the nerd talk.
Here, go behind the chat, Mo.
I would love to have. I would
Keeps
love to have
getting
a SteamOS.
exiled. Oh god damn it. I was
Personally,
here
I would
too,
love
for
to
the
have a
record.
SteamOS. That would be.
Nobody cares, Nerd Slab. Shut up.
Hey, that's nerd slap to you.
Nerd Slab. Yes.
All right, back to PlayStation though. So Insider Gaming was actually sent this from PlayStation Days of Play, and they go into. So I don't know how often Sony goes, and has these kind of sales. Steam does it very often, and they're very deep discounts. These seem like they're kind of good.
This is their big sale that they usually do. So they'll do like they'll do a holiday sale and stuff, but this Days of Play is like a week that's known. And the biggest thing is that's when you renew your PlayStation Plus. They always do like 30 to 50% off, but pretty much any of their hot titles, you'll see at least like a 15 to 25% discount. It goes upwards. Like things like Astrobot will probably be on sale, for example, because that's a huge deal for them.
17%.
It's only $10 off though. I think they know that one's a banger and people are willing to buy it.
People are still
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah. But their old catalog, they'll drop it like 50, 60%. But this is like usually when you're a Sony gamer, this is the week that you go shopping, pretty much.
Last of Us Part 1, 57% off. Part 2, 40% off. How lovely.
Hooray for misery porn.
But yeah, some of these games, if you've ever played them, would be a really good pickup. Like Uncharted, you can get the entire collection for $20. That's a huge value.
Tsushima, there you go. Tsushima Director's Cut. That's that's
you
gold
go.
star right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't recommend Astrobot enough. I mean, at full price, it was my game of the year. So even if you're just saving a buck or two, go for it. I love that game so much.
Oh, that's good on
Helldivers.
Helldivers. Damn.
Everyone already has it though.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is that the console for Marvel Spider-Man 2? Or is that no, that's not the console.
No,
That's
that's
19
just the
inches of
collector's edition.
Venom, Melike, which is up there in the corner behind you.
Oh
Oh,
god.
good lord.
I forgot about that ad. Oh my god.
And this is why I showed the other one for the hardware discounts, because it was more rumor. But I think some of that stuff might be mixed in here. But yeah, they have a million like physical things that they're selling. And the list goes on and on.
Yeah,
So,
wow, it's a
It
lot.
also just covers the
accessories.
controllers.
yeah,
earbuds.
controllers, but accessories. That's why I think that the discount on the console might be more true. I don't know.
Actually, go down a bit to that 2 terabyte. That's actually quite even the 5 terabyte. That's a really good deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
wow.
good.
I need to get one of those.
External.
Ooh, $50 off the VR. There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
And that's PSVR 2? Yeah.
So
okay.
sometimes
So
what
this was in that other thing. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, here
no,
we
I
go.
was just gonna say sometimes what they do is they'll make like a special edition console around this time as well.
Mhm.
So what could be more likely is that they launch like a like they had the blue like anniversary console, for example. They did around Days of Play, so maybe they do that instead, just with like a reskin on the console rather than a discount.
Isn't it 30
Or a
years
bundle.
this year? So if they're going to do
Oh, is it?
anything, they'll probably do like a PlayStation 1, PS5 kind of thing.
Oh, I would buy it.
They
Oh,
did do
God.
that for the
Mhm.
Pro.
That'd be
They
cool.
did a
Yeah.
PS1 edition.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier, was that I saw a rumor today in one of the articles that I was looking over that said that sometime maybe this week or next week they're going to announce a new console. Like not a new like console, but a new bundle or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense for sure. Yeah, I could totally see something like that happening. What is Sony's big ticket game this year? They only have 5 games, but like what Ghost
Yote, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was also something. I think that they're gonna announce something that we haven't heard of.
They got to do Astrobot
yeah.
too. They have to.
Oh, you think so?
Well, I mean, it was such a darling of the world. So I don't know if it's going to be this year, but they got to do Astrobot.
I don't know. I feel like with the Astro games, they kind of save them for the generation. So if they do anything more with Astrobot, they'll probably add on to the original game, save Astrobot 2 or whatever they call it for PS6.
I'd be fine with a big DLC push or something for sure.
Yeah. Because there's tons of levels they could add to it, so it's easy enough to just update.
There's tons of levels, but how many more characters can they add? Because they're kind of lacking in exclusive characters.
There's a lot. Well, here's the thing: is a lot of games they went out to try to find games to bring them in for cameos, even if they weren't first party. Because I 100%ed the game, there's characters that aren't even like Sony related or associated with Sony that are in there, and they were all denying it and being like, no, we're not interested. Like there's I think there's some Final Fantasy characters, but there isn't like the ones you'd expect. And now that the game was a huge success, now all these companies came crawling back and it's like, can you put me in as a bot, please? I want the free advertisement now. And it's like, I thought, we weren't good enough for you. So they totally could. And minor spoiler, I guess, but my favorite PlayStation IP was not even in there. It was in the concept art, but it was not in there. And that's Twisted Metal. So you could add a whole lot of Twisted Metal stuff in there. They had a concept art of it. They had a sweet tooth bot, and it was just a little Astrobot with the clown nose and the fiery hair.
There's even the TV show that's going to get a season 2.
Yep.
And the show is so good.
Yeah.
They fumble the ball so hard on their exclusives at Sony.
Yeah.
I just find it funny how they don't get a Spider-Man bot. Like you put all that time into the exclusives, you fuck it up dramatically, and then Disney says no. How about that?
I think there is I swear there's it's fake Spider-Man, but I remember there being a Miles Morales bot.
That doesn't count.
I think there might have been both. I'm looking it up.
We don't talk about him, James.
I know. I'm just
correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I read that Sony had that whatever studio made Astrobot. They spent more money than they got back on it just to make it like an absolutely great game as an exclusive.
I think I remember seeing something like that too, where they because they had to buy all like the rights to all of these IPs to be able to use them, and it caused a massive expenditure.
I don't know if it was that. I think they actually I think they poured a lot of development into that game as a playtest for the DualShock. So
you're talking back on the Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, the Astrobot game.
Well, so there was Astro's Playroom first.
Oh, that's right. No, but
that
didn't
was
the same studio make the Astrobot game?
They did all same studio.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they did, because Astro's Playroom
but I think they're
totally free.
So
I think they're putting the cost of both of them together though, because
the Astrobot budget was about 75 million, which is a drop in the bucket these days.
For Sony, yeah, considering they spent a lot more on some stuff that failed. So
they did add both Spider-Men, unfortunately, in the Christmas update, which was free, and it was amazing. That's why I remembered it, because I was still playing the game actively, so it kind of just blended in with my game.
Right.
But yeah, so it wasn't at launch, but it came in with the lovely Christmas time there. So you can collect your Miles Morales, everybody. Aren't you excited? Oh God.
Well,
I just want to clarify. Miles Morales is Miles Morales.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Just to clarify.
Peter Parker is Spider-Man?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
The amazing, spectacular, ultimate, bombastic Spider-Man.
But who's Santa Claus then? Because he got added with Santa Claus. Now I'm just confused.
Hey, Vagabundo loves Miles Morales. He told me so.
Oh, I believe it.
Yep. Also, all right, now here's the PlayStation 2 stuff I was telling you about. So this is kind of a fun article. What is the best PlayStation 2 game ever? And in 2000, at the turn of the millennium, the PlayStation 2 home console was released. They sold 160 million. That was mostly a lot to do with DVDs, players, right? Let's be honest. They sold a lot because of the DVD player. And that put more gaming consoles in the household. And
I can tell you, like, back in the UK when the PlayStation 2 was coming out, like, PlayStation was just the king. That's how it works. If you're a British person and you're thinking of gaming, you're thinking the PlayStation. That's what you're thinking.
So they released 4,000 titles. And they're getting basically they're saying that Tony Hawk was the best one, and they're getting it from this Metacritic right here.
I mean, Tony Hawk was great. Don't get me wrong, but it was also a very niche audience, especially at that time. It was a larger audience than it is now that was into skateboarding, but I don't know if I'd say best of all time.
But on the PS2, it's all
Pro
about...
Skater 2 is better. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to talk about Tony Hawk games, it's going to be Pro Skater 2. But if you're going to talk about on the PS2, it's got to be Underground. It's not Pro Skater 3. It's Underground at that point. So yeah, that's
Pro Skater 3. So
but, I mean, this list has Madden in the top 10. Like, that's crazy.
That's because there's a lot of people that rated it that high, though. I mean, it has a following. Not me, but
if you're going based on
I like the Madden games, but like thinking about the PS2 library being in a top 10 is insane.
Right.
If you're going to put Madden in there, you got to put in FIFA, because FIFA would have sold.
Absolutely,
like FIFA was selling on the PS2 back in like 2012 in like Brazil, because all the poor Brazilian kids still had a PS2. They were still releasing FIFA like just a few years ago on the PS2 and just doing roster updates. It was crazy. And it was just only released in poorer countries. And they're like, yay, get to kick the ball again with no difference.
Number 2 there, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Mm-hmm.
That was a game that revolutionized like the Grand Theft Auto games and some of the 3D gaming period.
100%.
Like it was massive.
I like San Andreas more, though.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised that that's rated higher. Just
San Andreas should be above Tony Hawk. Like that's just the fact. It's the best PS2 game ever.
I say 3 gets rated higher than San Andreas just because it was so revolutionary. Not that it was a better game, but San Andreas built off of what 3 brought to the console, and we saw what it could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 came out on the GameCube first, so that shouldn't be on the list at all.
Reminder that GTA 3 at once upon a time was going to be an Xbox exclusive, and they said no to it and passed on it. That's crazy.
Dumb.
That is so. How can Microsoft make so many stupid decisions? Like, it's wild.
Yeah,
like they passed on
you go
Grand
down
Theft Auto.
You go down to Gran Turismo again. The best Gran Turismo was Gran Turismo 4, not 3.
Gran Turismo 4. Before that, Gran Turismo 2 on PS1. Oh my god, I put so many hours into that game.
Yeah. But yeah, Sons of Liberty right up above that as number 4. Like I would put that maybe at 3.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4. What is this? 2000. 2005.
That was originally a GameCube exclusive, right? Kay?
That's what I was saying. That was on GameCube first, so I don't think it should be on the list for like best PS2 games.
So we got God of War, great game, but that wasn't an exclusive either, was it?
That was exclusive. That's
that's their flagship.
That's right. I don't know what else.
That and Metal Gear, I think, are the only exclusives. No,
which Metal Gear is that?
This one right here.
Snake Eater.
Metal Gear.
Snake Eater.
Subsistence.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, Subsistence is this one.
What is that?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
But I thought Metal Gear Solid 3 was 3. I'm not familiar with Metal Gear, but I thought 3 was Snake Eater.
3 is Snake Eater.
Subsistence? I don't even remember.
This was a.
Oh, it's an expansion.
It's like
okay. Well, that's confusing.
Yeah, what the
it's
hell?
Not part of the canon. It's not part of the canon of the Metal Gear series. They have several, just like the most recent one that isn't canon, I believe, is Metal Gear Solid Revelance. That's the one where you play as Raiden in the future, and it's like a hack and slash. Revengeance, yeah. And that one is not canon to the story of Metal Gear. So they have several games that are not canon to the story that came out. Yeah, Rising.
And they've done it again. The best Burnout game is not Burnout 3, it's Burnout 2, Revenge.
Oh, I disagree. Burnout 3 is my favorite.
Nope.
Burnout 3 is the best one.
Revenge
Two is so
followed
much better.
3, isn't it? Burnout 2.
Revenge is really good, but 3
Point
is
of Impact
definitely-
is 2.
Yeah.
Was Ultimate Alliance a PlayStation 2?
Breaks up the
Oh
Xbox
yeah,
version.
that's a great game.
That's what I
Ultimate
thought.
Alliance was on 2 generations. It launched on PS2, Xbox, and 360 and PS3.
I wonder where that rates on the
And
list.
your handhelds.
Which one?
Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance. Let's see if we get to it. We'll go through.
I had
ranks.
both of them on my PSP.
Isaac
High
was
in my
saying
heart.
he likes snowboarding better than skating. Here's your SSX.
That's
So-
just
should
a
be
really
Tricky
good
on
game.
there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Tricky's
Why
the
isn't
best one.
Tricky?
Tricky is the best one.
The
Yeah.
weird thing is they're pulling Metacritic, but Metacritic wasn't really a thing that was prominent at
That's a
this
good point.
era. So it's like it's irrelevant. It's not pulling proper data. Like we know, we lived through it. These games don't
Right.
like NFL 2K.
And
come
these
on.
people-
Let's be honest though, when we pull up these lists, like especially for like variety and stuff like that, there's always something to nitpick about how they do it. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
it drives
But,
me nuts.
yeah, but the problem is that these people are journalists and they don't actually play games.
Final
Prince of
Fantasy
Persia.
12,
That's
There's
goated.
Tricky. There you
it's a
go.
great game.
Tricky
Sands of Time
yeah,
is a
should be
legit
way higher on the
Yeah,
list.
it is a
Soul
goated.
Calibur 2, they knocked down that low.
That's an amazing.
It's
I mean,
the
we're still in the
weakest
90s
version.
though.
Well,
90s,
I think the
like,
PS2 version would have been the least popular because it
Yeah.
had the worst guest character.
Yeah,
right?
had the
So-
worst.
I
It's
had that on
between
Xbox
Xbox
or-
and GameCube. It's always a debate. I think original Xbox is the best
Spawn,
one.
yeah.
I think GameCube is the best one. You get Link.
I
Yeah,
love
Spawn.
I love Nintendo and I love Link, but having Spawn as a playable character was like the
I'm
coolest thing ever.
shocked
True.
that the
Spawn
guy
was fun.
with long red hair likes the character with the long red hair. I can't believe it.
Oh, Ratchet.
Guitar Hero and Guitar Hero 2 I played on Xbox, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Guitar Hero
I
3 I had
loved
on the Wii.
I liked Final Fantasy X.
Me too. I liked it.
There's
Ratchet
a lot of people who
Clank.
didn't. It was
Here's
fun.
Snake Eater. See,
There
it's
you
still,
go.
it's-
Snake
it's
Eater
wild.
should be number one on the
These are
list.
still good scores. If you're in the 90s, like you're like, you know, in the A category. You're S
Anyone
tier.
that knows games, and if you know the PS2, Shadow of the Colossus is always going to be a top 10,
Yeah.
if not a top
Yeah.
5 on a
Amazing
PS2.
game.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would
Number
say
40 is crazy.
I would say Shadow of the Colossus is the only game on this list that stood the test of time.
right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Revolutionary.
for sure. It built
Yeah.
off of Ico. Like it was, and if you had played Ico on the PS1, once
And
you
it's-
got to Shadow of the
Metal
Colossus,
Blast.
And they have
the
Twisted
first
Metal
game I owned.
Black beating Shadow of the Colossus, and Twisted Metal is my favorite PlayStation property, and Twisted Metal Black is terrible. It's like a
It's
It-
horrible,
it is.
the
horrible
previous
game.
ones,
It is.
But it was the first
Dead
one.
or
I-
Alive,
Very
yes.
first one.
Dude,
2U is
Dead
the
or
best
Alive.
one.
Dead or Alive should not be dead. We should actually have a game called Dead or Alive Venus Vacation right now in the United States, but for some reason
Hey,
it has
there's
been
Underground.
Underground.
I had to
blocked.
import it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Ratchet and Clank. Going
Play
Commando.
Asia. It was pretty easy to do.
That's a
I
really
don't
good
import
one.
it.
Have we seen
I-
Jack and
I never
Daxter
played
yet
it.
on this list?
No.
No.
That's crazy.
What?
Saw
Yeah,
Ratchet
that's
and Clank a few
insane.
times.
Yeah, it's right
but-
there.
I don't even know what this
Yeah.
game is. Ico?
Ico.
That's prior to Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, that's
so-
the prequel
Oh.
to Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay.
Too many
It's-
sports games on this list.
I know. get him out
NBA
here.
Street
Street-
Volume
NBA
2
Street
deserved to be
was-
on there, though. I
NBA
like Street
series
Volume
is
2.
goated. It's
It's
so
Jack.
much
Yeah.
fun.
NBA Street was great.
Time Splitters.
Oh no! Beautiful Joe. That was the
Beautiful
shit
Joe
right
was
there.
such a good game. The cell shading and that game was a lot of
That's
fun.
Hideki, right? Kamiya there.
Yeah.
If I
Time
say his name
Splitters.
3 times, I get
Holy,
blocked.
Dragon Quest is 59. That's way
Time
too
Splitters,
low.
too.
Yeah, it's at a B plus.
I'm getting
That's
triggered
crazy.
at this list.
Yeah, I haven't seen Kingdom
This
Hearts 2
list-
yet. I haven't seen
Hey, man,
Battlefront 2
wild.
yet.
My favorite Tiger Woods, though. Tiger
Oh,
Woods.
God,
Ace
Battlefield
Combat.
2
Need
is
for
so
Speed.
good.
There's
Hot
number
Pursuit
4.
2. Hot Pursuit was
Hot
pretty
Pursuit
good.
2 was an amazing game.
Silent
Whoa,
Hill 2
Silent
at
Hill?
69.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was right away. My eyes went to
Nice.
Silent Hill. That's insane too. That should be in a
That's
top
it.
10.
That's at least a top 20.
Hey, 69 is also a good number. So
I still have
Oh,
the
true.
PC version.
Nice.
GT4 at 68 is a crime. That's ridiculous.
yeah. Ace Combat. I played a lot of these games.
They're
I did
so
too.
good.
This one was Shattered Skies. I played all of them.
I haven't seen a single Armored Core game though, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Yeah.
Oh, they
James,
have
what was that
Splinter.
Ace Combat clone you were playing
Project
on the
Wingman.
Xbox?
Medal of Honor
Yeah,
Front
Project
Line. Ace
Wingman.
Combat
There's
is
a
so
version.
better.
That was my favorite Medal of Honor.
Red Faction.
Red Faction.
Oh,
is
dude,
so good.
Red Faction.
Red
was
Faction
so
with the
good.
Red
with
Faction's a
the
great game.
destructible environment was
Yeah.
insane. I
It
was
was
like,
crazy.
this is the future of gaming right here, everybody.
You could tunnel through like so. I had a friend that we would do multiplayer with, and I would get a rocket launcher immediately and tunnel outside of the level to the top floor of the level. So that then I could hunt her down from the top whenever
Red
she was
Faction-
expecting me to be on the bottom.
Red Faction's the original Minecraft. You can tunnel through it.
It is.
Alec Baldwin's finger. You should open up a Red Faction server instead. Close the
Let's
Minecraft
go.
server and everyone jump into Red Faction. Let's go. I'm down for that. Let's be honest.
Where'd they go?
We would just mine out the whole map.
I'm so down. Oh,
Here's some old Red Faction gameplay.
Oh god, it was
Classic.
so good. I loved this game. I was so
Yeah.
upset whenever Red Faction Guerrilla came out and I couldn't just like blow holes in the ground. They gave us destructible environments, but I couldn't just tunnel through a fucking wall and come up behind all of my enemies.
And Red Faction
like
2
Red
was a
Faction
lot of
2.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just about to
it was
say that's a great game. Like you shoot somebody with like a grenade launcher and they just blow up.
I thought
Yeah.
Red Faction 2 was actually the worst out of the 3 games.
Oh no, I loved all the like territory control that you had
Four.
to go after. It was a lot of. That was,
Oh, was
that's
there
so much
4?
fun.
Armageddon.
Maybe it's 3 that was the worst one.
Let's see.
I'm
Where
just
were
looking
we?
up the future.
Red Faction
Armageddon-
Guerrilla.
And they're just
Armageddon
jumping
was
around.
probably worse than Gorilla. To be
Sly
honest.
Cooper
Even though you
finally
have
on
the
the list.
glove that would let you.
Medal of Honor.
There's
Yeah,
like
Medal of
Sly
Honor is
2 is
great.
criminally low.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
3 versions of Tiger
Oh.
Woods beat Sly Cooper.
SOCOM US Navy SEALs was
Oh,
such a
wow.
great game.
Oh,
It
yes,
came above
dude.
every fucking sports game because it was actually developed in coordination with the US Navy SEALs. And if you didn't move properly through a level, it was also one of the first games that integrated microphone with your
Yeah.
gameplay.
I remember my friend had
Yeah,
it
that might be the best
at
one.
college because I'm an old, but he played that and it was like a legitimately awesome multiplayer game on a console where that
It-
was not a thing.
It
that
felt like it was
yeah.
the most realistic military game you could play at the time.
I just remember I was shocked how well it played because I had played Counter Strike. I did computer gaming forever, and I was just like, wow, this is actually really good.
Oh, Bully was a really fun Grand
Yeah,
Theft Auto
Bully.
clone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember what that was.
Yeah,
that's my
Bully's so fun.
Killing it.
that's
Oh,
my
yeah, yeah.
Rockstar Roulette for my gaming.
Yep. You're in the private school and you're a bully, or you work
Bully
your
is
way
so
into
good.
being
Right.
a bully. But yeah.
Hell yeah. Isaac in chat. Batman Begins is so good. So underrated.
Mhm.
That was the first good Batman game. It was
And
made by
Isaac's
EA.
right. Where's Spider-Man?
There's
Yeah.
Kingdom
Right.
Hearts.
It's my favorite game of all
Finally.
time.
Spider-Man?
Freaking love that game. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
And then
oh,
this is-
Shane's
Oh,
a big fan,
Dark.
too.
Hang on. Dark
What?
Cloud 2 deserves more fucking respect. And in fact,
Never heard of it.
Dark Cloud, Dark Cloud 2 and Dark Cloud, which was on the PS1, they're an RPG game where you go dungeon crawling and like this evil entity has stolen all of the buildings from your hometown. So you go get the buildings from the dungeon and then you come back and it turns into a like over the top like camera view city builder where you then place the buildings and build the roads and build the cities, and then you
SimCity.
go back on another RPG adventure. Like it's a great game.
I always remember that they released it on PlayStation.
I
forgot.
forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, Guilty Gear.
Beyond Good and Evil. Like, I want to bully whoever made this list. I hope it wasn't one of you guys, but I'm going to bully them.
It's not the
There's
list. It's
Spartak
just the
too.
Metacritic score in order is all we're
Yeah,
going in.
which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Katamari is fun.
Sly Cooper
I love
and the
Katamari.
Thievius Raccoonus.
Oh, I love Katamari. so much.
Thomas is.
Oh yeah, we love
amazing.
Katamari. Yeah, dude, this game is the best.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness.
that
put
was
so many hours
also
in
on
that.
Nintendo, wasn't it?
Katamari Damacy was on. I worked at a cell phone place in a Walmart. Yeah. How far we've come, but they had Katamari Damacy. I've pretty much bought every single game. That is the most Japanese game that's ever existed, but it's
Absolutely.
super fun. Yeah, that's right underneath it. I love it because when you get towards the end, you're like rolling up like cities and stuff.
The story is crazy deep if you pay attention to it too. It's all about generational abuse and all this stuff, and it's crazy. But
I love the
pandas
king of the
men.
cosmos. The king of the cosmos is great because he speaks Esperanto every so often. Why? I don't know.
He's like hard on you because his dad was hard on him and all that stuff, and it's wild. And then it's like roll the ball, just roll the ball.
Well, you know what the story is. Yeah, the reason that they had to get all this stuff is because he got really plastered the night before and lost all the stars.
Yes,
I threw the stars everywhere, son.
Yes,
go roll them up for me.
Yeah, Katamari is a great couch game, just passing the controller back and forth.
It absolutely was.
What is this?
Whoa, wait! I've never played
the
this
PSP one.
This is a
What?
PSP. Yeah.
I want it. How do you play it now?
There's also a mobile Japan exclusive game that was lost media that someone recovered recently.
I think that's what this is because the PSP one was pretty. That was me and my Katamari, and that one actually was really good. I had that one.
Yeah, get that bird. Get that.
I don't
Oh.
remember ever seeing this game.
Yeah.
Holy. Okay. I need to play this. I love Katamari 1 and 2. I had no idea they had 2D Katamari.
Unironically, this would be a really fun phone game.
Absolutely.
100%, yeah.
But
he's
it's so
rolling
much...
up buildings and people the size of buildings.
Well, yeah, because the bigger you get, the bigger stuff you can get.
Dude, like I said, when you get towards the end, you're on the Earth, and you're about the size of the Earth, rolling up cities. Like,
wait, right up above Midnight Club.
This was, I loved this game, and I don't usually
Midnight
play
Club
games
3
like this.
Dub Edition was a great game. Yeah,
Wasn't this on GameCube? Because I think I played it on GameCube.
I played it on Xbox, so
and
it was
on
multiplayer
Xbox,
for sure. Yeah, this is the exact one I played over on Xbox.
Bumblebee.
Got some Camaros and Firebirds in there. Hell yeah.
Has anybody here ever played Freedom Fighters?
So wait,
I believe.
Oh
It's
yeah,
made by IO, same guy that made, or the same people that made Hitman.
Okay, is that the one we? Yeah, that's the one we did.
Yeah, we played it
on
recently,
Roulette.
yeah.
You just it's literally Red Dawn the game. You just kill communists the whole time.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I was super.
wait,
excited
we
with
can't,
it.
we
Number
cannot
2, 'cause
skip over Psychonauts.
Oh, when Tim
Psychonauts
Schafer was
I-
an
was an
idiot.
amazing.
I actually never
platformer.
played it.
That is
Oh
a
my
really good
God,
game.
So good as a platformer. You got to get all these different powers, and
No video.
of course, on the PS2 thing, they have an Xbox.
This is
Yeah,
like
that's
the third game it's done
time.
that for. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that was an Xbox exclusive.
Ooh, Hitman 2 is a great one.
Excellent game, yeah.
Maybe it was like
Hitman 2
timed
was
exclusive.
great.
Kingdom
I
Hearts.
actually didn't play another. Well, I
Midnight.
played, I think, Hitman 3, hated
His
it,
face.
and I didn't play anything else until Hitman World, where they brought back all of the levels from Hitman 2.
Final Fantasy X2.
That game sucks.
I liked it.
Compared
it's my
to
girly pop gay game.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's so fucking girly.
There it
And
is.
compared
It
to
is.
10, like, compared to 10, it sucked.
Were you holding something up, James?
Oh, that right there is what, because I want to think about exclusives. So, like, when we were talking about this conversation, I was like, I was an Xbox kid. What is my favorite PlayStation exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
And it was right there. I'm a big wrestling guy. Best wrestling game ever made. I don't know why there's a weird sticker on it, but Here Comes the Pain. I am
Oh, yeah.
100% team.
Oh,
Here
I
Comes
remember
the
that
Pain.
one.
Brock,
I remember
I had that one, yeah.
2007 being a good one.
2007 is definitely in my top 3 for sure. 2007 is amazing. It's got a lot of mechanics. It's one of the last games with Chris Benoit in it, I'm pretty sure as well. So there's that. But yeah, Here
And
Comes the
since I've
Pain.
watched Archer, I have to say balls.
Oh God. But Here Comes the Pain is like the wrestling game. There is people debate, if you're a wrestling fan, what is the best one. It's either No Mercy on the N64 or Here Comes the Pain. And they play radically different, but they're both incredible. And so you choose. It's a civil war, and I am team Here Comes the Pain all the way. It's like perfected gameplay. It's so good. Highly
Wait, go back up.
The rings.
Was
Back up?
that
Underground is good.
Champions of Norath right there in the middle?
That
Yes, it
is,
is.
yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
one.
Yes, that was a great game. And one that I think is like severely underrated only because a ton of people didn't
Oh,
even hear
Underground.
Yeah.
That was
That's a
my
great game.
favorite Need for Speed game.
Absolutely.
From the
Yeah.
windows nose to the
Yup.
ball.
I had it on GameCube, but I played that religiously. That
Return of
and
the
then
King,
Lord
left
of the
there.
Rings. Yep.
Return of the King.
Yeah,
I
I,
had all
I
of
actually never
them.
played any of these on the consoles.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
they were
God.
so much
They're
fun.
so good.
If you ever find copies, I definitely recommend
I
getting them.
have a copy
Oh, it's
of
so
the
good.
PS2 version of Return of the King.
Mercenaries.
Those games are addictive.
The first Star Wars game is Star Wars Starfighter, not Battlefront 2. This
No
list is
way.
great.
This is
No,
bunk, man.
no
This
Jedi
is
Outcast, no Jedi Academy,
Oh
no
my
Republic
God. And then-
Commando.
Don't get me
no
wrong,
Revenge of the Sith.
I fucking love Lego Star Wars too, but it's nowhere near as good as Battlefront 2.
Like,
If
all
you're
the
going on
greatest
mass
protections
appeal,
too.
though, Lego almost makes more sense for like normies. But like to have Starfighter, that is crazy.
And still no Ultimate Alliance.
This is the second time I've seen Devil May Cry.
Still no
Okay,
Marvel
Mercenaries was
games.
good at the top of this page. Which Devil May Cry is that?
Three.
That's the third
three.
one. We've
On
had
there.
all
Might be
three
special
now.
edition. I think
The
I've
first one was
seen-
in top 10.
Not only no Ultimate Alliance,
thought I
but
saw it,
X-Men
like, 2
Legends 1
pages
and
back.
2, and those were
Yeah, exactly.
actually
No Marvel
generational
games
exclusive.
whatsoever. Marvel games made the PS2. They just did.
Nah.
Spider-Man 2,
I mean, kinda.
Ultimate
Warriors.
Spider-Man.
Friend or Foe was really good.
Ooh, Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Come out to
Double Agent.
I'm with
Nice.
Isaac. I'm still waiting on Spider-Man. It's insane.
All right, we'll go until we see Spider-Man. There's Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Hey,
There we
game
go.
from Monkey
Okay.
Island. Oh, I got
Finally.
there. I love
Those
Escape from
James
Monkey
Bond
Island.
games, by the way, very underrated. Kind of like
Where's
hit
Nightfire?
under the radar. Really
Nightfire
good.
was wicked good.
They
Yeah.
they were good, but they kind of
Fly Hunter.
fell off a little bit after GoldenEye because
Underground
everyone
Yeah,
remembered
Incredible Hulk.
The first
No,
Marvel
Nightfire
game
was
very
wicked
good.
good.
Oh, that game was great. Incredible
That is
Hulk.
a good game.
Yeah, yeah.
Thug 2, the Bam
Oh, wait, was
Margera
that
game?
Karaoke.
What was that Tony Hawk game? Right up. if you
Underground
scroll-
2.
Underground 2
Underground 2. Yeah.
has Bam in it. It's got Phil in it. It's
Yep.
it's the Jackass game. It's
We're
so
about to
good.
get a remake of it.
Wait
We'll
a minute.
see.
Is it, that's the one where if you send like a bunch of
And they go
pike symbols,
prophecies,
you can break the game, right? You can send like a chat and it go blah, 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 and it overloads the memory and it crashes the
Sims.
game and ruins all of your saves.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's right. They had The Sims on PlayStation.
Yeah, The Sims was on PlayStation.
The Sims on console's
Wipeout.
amazing because you can do co-op in it, and I have
Love
so many
all that.
memories. doing
Wait, just
co-op
done
in
one
it.
more. There's
There's
X-Men
X-Men.
Legends.
X-Men
Yes.
Legends 2, baby.
Good stuff.
Yeah. That's an awesome one too. That's where you get the whole Brotherhood as well, so you can play as Magneto and Sabretooth and everything.
Age of
Masterpiece.
Apocalypse.
And that one runs at 1080p on the Xbox, doesn't it? It's like one of those weird ones where it runs at 1080.
Oh, maybe.
Like 720.
know.
It's like some of the Xbox could actually push it pretty high there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Xbox could do. I think it was 1080i, if I remember correctly. On the
Yeah,
original Xbox.
interlace.
Because Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I remember that being 1080i because it came out when the 360 was already out, but they were like, we
Mhm.
were already building this and we have like the engine and everything for that gen, so they just dropped it like a couple of years into the 360 era. So there's like whatever, but it looks pretty enough. It works.
It is actually crazy though that Spider-Man 2 didn't make the top 200 there, because for any of you that don't know, Spider-Man 2 literally changed game development forever. Having to make a character move the way that Spider-Man does, it'd never been done before in a video game, and they had to change a whole bunch of character physics that are still used in games today, and it all started back with Spider-Man 2.
And it's got the best tutorial narrator ever as well.
Rose Campbell.
Damn straight.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's the Astrobot.
Oh, there
There you
Thanks
go.
for the link.
No,
James.
I just wanted proof that I wasn't crazy. That's the only reason I'm like, look, I'm not. I know he's in it. I know he's in it with Santa. I think Miles is getting cold for Christmas. I'm just saying.
Because if I may request the screen to show off a few here.
Go for it.
My top,
I've
let's
got
go with
one.
6. So we have the Incredible Hulk, we just saw on the list, Ultimate Destruction,
So
and then
good.
also didn't make the list, but Spider-Man 2, there it is in all its glory.
Yeah,
And
Nice.
then
both
the
of
next
those
up,
are excellent.
in its silver case, Sonic Heroes.
Nice. Let's go.
Epic Sonic game where you could go
Nice.
as 4 different
love
Sonic
it.
teams. Mine was Team Chaotix, where you had SBO on the team.
Yep.
Next up is Herbs Sims in the City.
I remember.
Shit.
that.
I remember that.
is that
game.
Wasn't that with like
Good.
Black Eyed Peas and
The
stuff?
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What
Yeah.
the-
I was going steady with Fergie. It was quite cool. And then we had here Worms 3D.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
That's a good
oh,
game.
Worms is
Good.
fun.
If
gotta respect
Worms made a
Worms.
3D game tomorrow, I would put down all my money in my house to buy it because it was such a good game. And then my favorite game on the PS2, Ultimate Spider-Man, where you get to play as Venom, and it's all comic book cell shaded, and it's got the original Black Nick Fury in it and all that kind of stuff.
But that
actually does look like Samuel L. Jackson in this, so they got it right.
So the first Spider-Man game, you got to play as Green Goblin, and then whenever like they took that away, and then they let you play as Venom in Spider-Man 3, and that was everybody's favorite part of it, was playing as Green Goblin or playing as Venom. And then for some reason they removed the ability to play as the bad guy.
But in Spider-Man 2, which is widely considered the best of the trilogy, you get to deliver pizza with like ear-blasting Italian audio. So
well, but that was also the first game that you had a 3D environment, and you weren't only stuck on rooftops. You also got to go down to the city floors.
I love Spider-Man 3. It's also, despite me loving it, I think it's got maybe the worst QuickTime events in any game ever. Like, they flash for a second, and it's just like, all right, everyone's dead. You didn't press X. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. Mary Jane's dead. And I say, good, Gwen Stacy's better. She's thick in that. And I hate Kirsten Dunst. We're getting into lore now, anyway.
What, you don't like her snaggle teeth?
No. No. Every girl in Peter Parker should have built a harem with all the girls that wanted to sleep with him in Spider-Man 3 and exclude Kirsten Dunst. She's the worst. I love those movies. That's a perfect trilogy, except for Kirsten Dunst. Oh my God, he's got the girl that makes him like cookies with raisins, and he would have gotten free rent. There's the girl that's the secretary at the Daily Bugle. Oh my God, they're all better. All better picks.
James, did you have more PS2 games to show off?
I got a few. That was my favorite. So I just took whatever Kay threw at me. I actually haven't even really played this one, but I just love wrestling, so I do that. But another one, this game gets a bad rep. And if you love Sopranos, I think you guys should play Sopranos Road to Respect. And I remember Donkey did a video like laughing about this, and I love Sopranos, so I'm like, we got to try this. And even if it's a bad game, play it for the meme. It's really good. It's just not like GTA. It's like Yakuza. It's Italian Tony Soprano Yakuza, and like James Gandolfini does the voice, and you get to go to the strip club and everything. So you're just doing missions where you're beating people up for Tony Soprano. So if you get out of the mindset of GTA and you're like, instead it's a side scroller beat 'em up kind of, but with all the voice actors from Sopranos, it's like, this is actually really good. Why do people hate it? Just because you can't be open world? Like, who cares? You get to beat up people. It's great. And you get to go to a strip club. 10 out of 10.
Do you remember Lost made a video game? I think it was on Xbox 360.
Yes.
I played that, and I recognize it's a bad game, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. I have no idea why.
So I've never seen Lost, but the only thing I know about Lost is one of my favorite games, one of my favorite movie games ever is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Terrible movie, amazing game. But there's a Lost reference in there, and I think you actually get an achievement. And it's like, I don't know Lost, but you see the bunker. If you find the bunker, you get an achievement for it. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, I remember there was a few Lost games, and I remember one of them being infamously bad. So it's probably not the one that you played, but there was one that was like so bad that you should play it because it could be funny.
So that was like the big cliffhanger of season 1 is they find a hatch on this island that they're stranded on, and they're like, what the hell? And they go down the hatch, and then it just like that was the end of the entire season. Everybody had to wait like a year for season 2 to find out what's in the hatch. Turns out there's a crazy French guy down there that has to punch in a series of numbers every. How often was it?
First,
like every couple hours?
They opened it and that swarm flew out of it that killed 2 people. And then,
the smoke monster, right?
Yeah, the smoke monster, which was the first indication that they didn't know where the fuck they were going with that show.
Isaac, I don't know if it holds up. I just remember enjoying the hell out of the first couple seasons.
But here's the thing, Isaac,
it falls off really
once
hard.
you crack open that can of worms, you can't go back. You have to go through it because we all did, and you have to experience the pain that we went through.
Just be aware it's J.J. Abrams, and he's admitted to this. What he does is he has really great concepts and ideas, and he doesn't execute them. He doesn't write an ending. And that's what happened with Star Wars. Is he wrote Force Awakens, and he put all these little things of like, ooh, what's this and that? But he genuinely didn't write where that would go. And that's what happened with Lost. I don't know anything about Lost. I just know that he didn't have the ending planned or anything when he was
my wife was a big Alias fan, and I was too. Alias ended like, what the hell did I just watch? It was so bad. All this build up to just nothing.
Firefly, I approve that over Lost 100 times.
You can watch that tonight, and it's like a perfect show. And then you watch Serenity, and you get sad. Go do it. So good.
Serenity is still a very good movie. I like. I mean, if they're gonna end it, that's fine. I thought it was actually great.
Leaf on the
And
Wind.
after Firefly, watch Farscape.
Farscape is good. That's sort of Stargate adjacent. There was a lot of studio things that they shared.
I'm
so.
sad that I finished it. I'm like, I want more.
Yeah. Oh, Farscape is releasing comics now, by the way.
Ooh.
Like I think
okay.
they just started like this year.
Oh wow, okay. I'll have to check
So,
that out.
yeah.
I did just start Andromeda. now,
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Just to add two games to that PS2 list that were not there, criminally not. The Simpsons Hit and Run and The Simpsons Road Rage. Those two games were epic.
Great games.
You
I'm
mentioned
sharing
three
screen
games
right
by Radical,
now with
by the way.
my favorite
That's-
PS2
yeah.
exclusive. So this game is called Draken the Ancient.
Ew, what is that avatar that account is using?
Kill it with fire.
I
yeah.
don't know.
Ignore that.
But they have the gameplay.
Are
But,
you subbed to this channel?
No. See that the subscribe
He's a
button is
tier
not
3
lit up.
subscriber.
Yeah, you unsubbed before you shared screen. I saw it.
But there's also there's lots of combat. There's RPG. You actually get to fly around on a dragon.
Ooh.
Using your various different
Look
breath
familiar.
attacks. You can just summon
That's
the
cool.
dragon at any time in the open world. He's got like a void breath attack, lightning, fire. It's an amazing game that was overlooked completely whenever it came out, but they still came out with Draken Guard. So if anybody's heard of Draken Guard,
that's a spiritual successor to Nier.
You know what? You just sold me on this because I looked up the developer because I was curious. I never heard of this game. This is the same edgy developer for The Suffering and Suffering Ties That Bind. If you know those games, that's like messed up, crazy games like Manhunt tier, and I love them. So I'm in just for that.
This was one of the first games that you had dragon aerial battles, and it's a PS2 exclusive.
Cool.
And you had
What's up, Sophie?
like as you proceed through the game, you get these different breath attacks and things, and you get different weapons and armor. It's a true open world RPG experience. It's so much fun, and nobody knows that this game exists.
Now I'm sold. Clearly, GM Darius here dislikes it because he's probably a scaly or something. He's really into those dinosaurs.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Dragons, yeah. That's my guess.
That's literally what I just said, Nerdy Neo.
We are running a little bit late, but I do want
spelled
to.
differently.
I want to just share this really quick. This is also a rumor. It'd be very interesting if we see this get announced during the days of play. But they're talking about how they're going to, and this is only for the PS5 Pro, make older games run better with this technology.
You're right. I found
The Pisser technology, yeah.
the PSSR. So, and this is coming from Moore's Law is Dead. If you like nerdy stuff, like what Mo was trying to describe earlier, and a bunch of people stopped watching, watch that.
No.
I actually watch it, so because I'm an extreme nerd. But yeah, he does a lot of leaks. A lot of people bring information to him, and he releases it. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that because this is all because so the PSSR requires a base resolution of 864p, but all these games that is trying to use it for are 720. So that's why they're redoing it, and for some reason they're going to make it only available on the PS5 Pro. So I think they're trying to incentivize people to move on.
Absolutely, because this is something that PlayStation players have been asking for quite a few years now. We've been seeing that obviously Xbox has been quite good with managing their back catalog in terms of putting them on Game Pass or just for you to be able to run an Xbox game on a Series X. So PlayStation players have been asking, where's this? And they've been slowly drip feeding us and PlayStation Extra with some PS1, PS2 games, but the output has just not been enough.
Well, Xbox goes way deeper than that. Yeah, you can get your back catalog of games, but you could literally have a LAN party with an original Xbox, an Xbox 360, an Xbox One, and an Xbox Series, and they'll all talk to each other. Like you could play Halo 2, and they'll all work. Like,
I want to see a footage of that. I want to see like bringing back the LAN party.
I
like,
think Modern Vintage Gamer did it, but basically that's how strong the backwards compatibility is. Like that you can do it do that across 4 generations.
Xbox backwards
There's the
compatibility
online
is
pack.
excellent. Like I wish they just had more games. I have such a big Xbox library, and I get disappointed so many times. I throw the disc, and I'm like, no, that one doesn't work because the upscaling is awesome on it.
This is really cool marketing. I like this.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got this
Little
right
big
here.
brick.
Perfect night in the 2000s. So true.
Oh yeah, San Andreas right there.
Except I'd like
Perfect night right now.
pepperoni and jalapeno.
Hawaiian.
Well, when I was that young, I was
Hawaiian.
probably eating just cheese pizza too.
Oh man, you weren't refined yet.
No, I have not reached that point.
Most boring. You probably get fucking
I know,
vanilla
I
ice
agree.
cream too. Jeez.
I agree at this point that cheese pizza is boring as shit, but I'm
It,
just
it
saying
even
that
looks
at
like
this
that pizza
time,
you used to get
I
in
was
school
probably-
that was just like 60% cardboard.
So good, though.
You know what's not
was
boring?
happy,
What
damn it.
Sophie sent me.
Whoa! Uh-oh. That's what's in the basement.
I was gonna say that's why he's breaking controllers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sophie
I
says,
ripped my dress. Ugh.
Sophie says that you can explain what this is, Daggerdoll. Go ahead and explain.
No, I'm good.
I think we need to full screen him for this explanation.
All right. See, I have a thing on Kick now where they're called channel points. So when you watch, you get points, like a Twitch feature that they just ported over. And one of them is, you can spend points to let me choose my outfit in the game, which is specified under the channel points. And then I don't know who it was. Somebody was like, "Well, a maid outfit." I was like, "What?" I don't know. Somebody's fucked in the head though. And Sophie's definitely fucked in the head for making that. That's ban worthy. Sophie, I'm sorry, but you're no
gotta
longer in the
happen
GCA
now.
Discord.
We're
Well-
willing it into reality.
Daggerdoll, it was nice having you on the last off the hip. I appreciate you, all the work you've done, but it's been great.
Thank you for the banger intros about yourself.
Yeah.
Poor Daggerdoll is always getting picked on.
Tune in next week with our new co-host, Nag Ridno.
You just replace the N with an F.
We've been known to do that. Yeah, I think we should start wrapping up intros. Let's see here. Did we miss any super chats? Oh, we did. Let's see here. We got Orthodox Monks for $5. SteamWorld Dig has an Easter egg of where you find a game store with skeletons of people camping out for Half-Life 3 release, but the apocalypse happened. That's a very
wow.
SteamWorld Dig
Yeah.
is so good too.
The apocalypse or the heat death of the universe.
And we have GraphWeb, the most consistent person on the internet, for $2 says, "For fuck's sake, hashtag cancel Disney Plus." I agree.
Yes.
In fact,
Do
build yourself a Plex server. Just saying. If you guys need help, let me know.
Jellyfin if you're not gay.
Let's see here. Stankman, tell everybody where you're going to be at.
Yeah, you can find me on the newest episode premiering this week of Nerd Files. Pretty excited. That was a good one. And over on my Kick channel, I'm on every Tuesday and Fridays, Saturdays usually. And then I'm here every Monday and Wednesday.
Very nice. Naggerdoll, unmute yourself before you do your outro.
All right.
Awesome.
all right.
Hell yeah. That was the best one
Mobius.
yet. That was Oscar-worthy.
Thanks, Naggerdoll. That was the wordiest outro I've heard from you yet.
Really succinct, really nice, to the point.
He's a man of few words. What can we say?
Bo, you never mess up any words. Tell everybody where you're
Not
gonna-
at all. I am going to be staying away from avocados. Thank you, chat.
Why? Is it because it reminds you too much of something that you like?
I really like avocados. I don't like what it tastes like. All right, so
You don't. I've heard that you
No,
do
it's
like it.
I would make fun of Moxie Dame right now, but she's not feeling good, so I'm gonna wait until she feels better before I drop a hammer. But no, so I will be doing late game with the GCA on Wednesday. I sometimes do Midnight's Edge After Dark on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I have been playing Fortnite on my new gaming channel called Mo's Game Room. I own a lot of original consoles and things like that, so I'm going to start streaming games and things like that on there. So going to do a lot more video game heavy stuff, and I'm going to talk about nerdy computer shit all I want to. Ugh.
Plug my ears.
I'll be sure and listen to it as I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, don't be talking about that. And we're going to show like a picture of Nagranol in his everyday life. You know,
That's pretty nerdy. There's a lot of RAM in there.
Yeah.
Okay. That was really gay, Mo. Thanks.
Ram something in there.
God damn.
Hey, I'm going to. I announced it on Monday Hangover.
What?
Shut up, ABF. But I am starting next week. I'm going to start playing because it's going to be summer and I'll have a lot more time. So I am going to load up.
Yeah, well, it's like
Edition.
Half-Life 3, Mo. We'll believe it when we see it.
When you play Legendary Edition, just be aware that you're missing a lot of ass shots from Miranda, and that's a tragedy.
Absolutely, they cut them out, and it's fucking egregious.
Well, a Retro Store has original runs of the DVDs of the computer games, but unfortunately, they're games for Windows, which probably means they won't.
Oh, fuck that! No.
Yeah.
Just when you meet Miranda, just Google Miranda's ass, and you're fine.
Yeah, Mo's never gonna play Mass Effect. I'm just
nope.
When he
All
says
right.
that, I'm just like, yeah,
All right.
whatever.
Subscribe to my channel. See if I'm lying. Subscribe to Mo's Game Room.
And in case he is lying, subscribe to my channel.
That was a good plug. Nice.
Thanks.
Melee James and Melee K, thank you so much for joining us.
Man.
Thanks for having us.
I
It's
think
fun.
everybody already knows who you are, but in case they don't, tell everybody.
Absolutely. And yeah, thank you so much for having us. This is a lot of fun. You guys are awesome to hang out with. I love shows that are just like shooting the shit and laughing. And yeah, you guys are killing it. So thank you.
It's quite literally off the hip. I love it.
It is. Oh my God.
Oh my
Welcome
God,
back.
that's why it's called that. 68 shows, and now I get it. That's
Yeah, that
It all makes sense. Well, everybody, we're Melee Games, and we're bringing back the glory of gaming on our channel here. If you want to hang out late night tonight, probably in an hour, maybe two, me and Kay over on the couch are going to be live with more of our Doom the Dark Ages playthrough, because I really want to get through that before our Switch 2 coverage. So I'm about a little over halfway through that game. I'm trying to 100% it and get every little piece of pointless gold. So come on down. You can find us over at Melee Games, Melee Games Plays. You can find us on the internet. I'm sure our link tree is somewhere in chat. And we'll be streaming more Doom the Dark Ages in just an hour or two for you guys. There it is. That's the thing.
When people go over to your stream when it's halfway through, why is your shirt off half the time?
I was gonna ask that.
So we have a little thing started by Insidious Bliss started it, but it's got many parents now that if you tip me $50, we do this little thing, the little Bear Force One. It's called. It's a Bear Force One dance, and I dance shirtless, and then my shirt remains off for the duration. Wow. It's a whole thing. So if any of you guys think they're gay, like come on down. You'll see gay. You will see gay here for sure.
Now I know where Mo spends his $50 at.
Oh, every night.
Wow,
Mo's a regular baby.
Wow, my goodness.
Melee K, did you want to say anything?
I'll just add on Friday, we're doing a mega stream. We're going to be playing through a bunch of games that our community is making us suffer through. Some of them would be considered good games. For example, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts, which I personally don't like, but a lot of people love. But I'm also going to be playing Dustborn with James. We're going to be playing Forspoken, a lot of stuff. That's garbage. That's going to make me say slurs. So that's going to be Friday.
Nudity and slurs is our business over at Melee Games.
Awesome. It was great having both of you on here. We'll have to get you back on in the future.
You say
Thank
that
you.
now, but I'm sure, when we're gone, it's just like, fuck those guys. Anyway, no, this was a lot of fun. Thank you.
No more Canadians, okay?
Just wait till the show's over. We got some words for you. Don't worry.
I bet.
Hayden.
Yeah. I sometimes make videos, but I work a lot, so I have no consistency whatsoever. I'm still trying to get it figured out. But yeah, catch me here every Monday on Nerd Wars channel every Tuesday evening, where me and ABF and Nerd Wars and maybe a guest talk some politics. And then every Wednesday on Late and Gay with the GCA. But other than that, Melee Games, thank you guys for coming on tonight. This has been a ton of fun.
No, it's awesome hanging out with you guys.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
anyone
it's been
that can
great.
tolerate me. I love it. So thank you.
Absolutely, anytime. And other than that, happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Yeah,
because this is why we get to do what we do. Just like Mo said in the beginning of the show, we get to sit here and just talk shit and have fun because we have people that go out and protect us and the rest of the world and protect our freedoms and allow us to do this thing. So happy Memorial Day. And it's been a great show. Thank you guys for having me as always.
Awesome. Norman.
Yes, at the Norman Conquest 199 on the YouTubes there. Tomorrow we got Dim the Dark Ages. Wednesday, Hogwarts. Thursday, the Rockstar Roulette is landing on LA Noir. Friday into Saturday over here, I'm not quite sure in the times. Hypercharge Unboxed comes out, so we're going to stream that on PlayStation.
I can't wait to play that.
And then Saturday, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered for Super Saturdays. So plenty going on. And I'm going to eat a cup of noodles, watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! And go to sleep.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Sounds like the modern version of the PlayStation life we were just talking about.
Yeah, very close.
Nerd Slap, banger intro as usual.
Thank you.
Great job.
Super talented, man. That was great.
You made me look good. That was a mistake, but it was amazing.
I looked like I was a Rings of Power character, but it's fine.
So I tried to grab from the movies, so I tried to avoid
teasing.
Rings
They
of
were,
Power.
you did. I honestly looked better than the actor in Solo. So I was just like, God damn, you do good work, sir.
I was actually thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, that actually looks better.
Yeah,
It looked awesome.
Oh, thank you. But no, you
Battle
can,
State Finals.
But you can find me over on Kick mainly. I stream over there whenever I have time, and then sometimes over on YouTube. But yeah, new episode of Nerd Files is going up within the next couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. We just recently hit 100 subscribers and 100 watch hours on the channel, so thank you again for that. But yeah, otherwise you can find me around the internet. I'm on Discord, Twitter. I'm everywhere, so you'll find me.
Awesome. Yeah. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Great show. Tune in next Wednesday for the next show, Trigger Happy. We'll talk about the stories that we couldn't get to here, along with more relevant news. I like the Wednesday show because a lot of stuff happens on Tuesdays, in the gaming world because of the retail release. So, but we're raiding into New Blackstreet, so everybody let them know that ABF and the Melee sent you.
A new raid. Nice.
So I will talk to you guys on Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I can't see! I can't see! Of course you can't fucking see! I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes!
Hey, the truck looks kind of small there, Anton.
This is live! I'm on live TV! Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one.